And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network. Tonight is the 2020 Greenbrier Panther Homecoming. We're going to go live down on the field for the introductions. We'll be back shortly with the pregame show, but until then, enjoy your 2020 Greenbrier Panther Homecoming.
Homecoming Royalty. Our theme for this year is True Blue Panther Strong. This year's homecoming program is brought to you by the members of the GHS Student Council and its sponsor, Miss Susan Harmon. We would also like to extend a special thanks to Miss Emily Tate. Tonight, the Greenbrier Panthers will play Clarksville. Entering now is our homecoming royalty. Sophomore maid Ella Huddleston, daughter of Courtney and Matt Huddleston. Ella is a member of the GHS softball team in Antioch Baptist Church. She is escorted by Cody Powell, son of Shelley and Tim Powell, and by Austin Duval.
And we're here with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. I'm Talon Newton. Alongside me is Matt McJunkins. And boy, oh boy, are we excited for today.
Yes, sir, Talon. 65 degrees here tonight in Greenbrier, Arkansas. The sun has already set. It is finally football weather. You know, we hadn't been home in 3 weeks. We're finally glad to get back here in Greenbrier to play Clarksville here with a home game. Homecoming 2020 tonight. Great night to play football.
It's only one of the best nights to play football. You know, we dream all year long of that sunny and 75-degree weather, and we are right at that now, Matt. And just what a beautiful night it is to play some freaking football.
Oh, man, yeah, I can't wait. Got a couple of good teams going to be on the field tonight. A couple of Panthers. Greenbrier Panthers versus the Clarksville Panthers. This is the 8th time under head coach Randy Tribble's tenure that these two teams have met, and Greenbrier winning 7 of the 8 meetings. Clarksville's lone win came in 2013. Greenbrier's averaged 44.9 points per game in these meetings, and Clarksville only averaging 20.4. Hopefully that's what we'll see again tonight in this contest.
Yeah, Matt, absolutely. You know, it's going to be a really great game tonight. You know, Clarksville has looked surprisingly good this season, but I don't know if it's a bias, like I want them to be bad, but, you know, I felt like they didn't look stellar against Bologna. I felt like their defense lacked. I thought their offense was good, but aren't they missing a heavy piece in their offense tonight?
They are. You know, and one thing you got to consider is coming into this season, you know, they won 4 games last year in 2019. That's the most games they've won in 8 years. So coming into this season, they started the year off with, was it Ozark? Yeah, it's a 4A Ozark team, a good Ozark team, and lost 32-12. But they bounced back in week 2 and got a big win against Pottsville at Pottsville, scoring 37 points against the Apaches. And then, as you said last week, you know, they didn't look great on film against Bologna, but, you know, hey, Bologna is one of the top teams in the conference, and they took them to overtime, came up short in that game to the Eagles 42-34. So they're going to come in here tonight at 1-2, same record that our Panthers have here in Greenbrier. And as you said, they are going to be missing a key player of the offense, and that is their all-conference running back. He's actually a fullback. Chris Buckner's the coach. Mm-hmm. His son, Bryce Buckner, is
That's right.
And his twin brother is also part of the running crew there for Clarksville, Jacob Buckner, and I'm sure we'll see him run the ball some tonight along with Broderick Robinson and Jalen Wright.
Yeah, and they're going to run the ball behind one of the biggest O-lines we might have seen so far this year. Just some massive grown men on that Clarksville offensive line. But like I said, you know, I didn't feel like – I watched the film of them against Bologna, and I just felt like their defense lacked. They were slow. They didn't tackle well. Their angles were poor. I don't know if we'll see a lot of that fixed this week, but I did feel like a lot of it didn't look very good.
You know, it looked just inconsistent. At times they weren't bad. Bologna, you know, pretty good offensive team there. They score a lot of points, and they spread it out, and they tested them, and they weren't able to come out ahead in that game. You know, they're going to run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. And they're going to go to the national anthem, so we're going to send it out there, and we'll be right back.
Dear Lord, we come to you tonight with grateful hearts. We thank you that we are able to be here amidst all the circumstances. We pray that you give all these boys the strength to play hard and to play for you. Thank you for everything you have done for us and blessed us with. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Macy. Now the national anthem.
And we're back with the Old Bart Southern Eats pregame show here with the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network. Tal and I was saying, they're going to run the football. This Clarksville group headed up by Coach Chris Buckner. Coach Buckner came in 2016, and, it's taken a little bit of time, but it feels like this program's starting to come back. Won a couple games for 3 years there, and then last year won 4, and they look like they're going to be a team this year that's going to win a few ball games. On offense, as we mentioned earlier, they're going to try to line up and run over the Greenbrier Panthers tonight with their size and physicality. Junior all-conference running back Bryce Buckner's out with a knee injury, so they'll be relying on their seniors, Jalen Wright and Broderick Robinson, along with twin brother Jacob Buckner, to carry the load in the run game. When they have to throw the ball, we'll have returning quarterback Miles Castleman throwing the ball, and he'll likely go to senior Cole Chrisman. But I don't expect to see a ton of passing out of this single-wing heavy offense. If you watch the Sylvan Hills game, preseason game this year, it's very similar type offense, a lot of misdirection, a lot of heavy up front, off-tackle, trap up the middle, just a heavy run game misdirection, try to throw you off and catch you off guard. Greenbrier defense led by Tanner Collins is going to need to key the run game to slow them down. And Jeremy Parker in that defensive front of the Greenbrier Panthers is going to need to be physical at the line of scrimmage and allow these linebackers to fly around and make plays. On defense, Clarksville's likely going to come out in a 3-4, anchored by their senior lineman Brian Fontaine and Kel Houston, along with a solid bunch of linebackers that will fly to the football. But Clarksville lacks depth. They've only got about 40 players on the roster. I expect with Greenbrier to get a good push up front on this 3-4, scheme that 3-4 with a block scheme that is going to be effective for our run game. If we can pound this defense 4 to 5 yards a pop, keep the chains moving, Clarksville's lack of depth is really going to give us an advantage. With leading receiver Jacob Mathis out for the season, it looks like Greenbrier is going to need their committee of receiver talent to step up and make plays. It's a prime opportunity for one of these receivers to step up and become that next leader. Junior quarterback Cooper Wilcox proved last week he is a real threat to the run game. He can run with the football. He got out early on a quarterback keeper, went 56 yards, had defensive backs out in front of him, was able to still outrun him and get in the end zone. With Cooper running the ball, hard runners like Trey Havens and Nick Hewitt, along with Wilcox's ability to throw the football, it's vital that this offense executes with balance and keeps this defense guessing, as well as every week. All the defenses, if we can play with the balanced offense that we have, we're able on both aspects of the offense, throwing and running. We can keep defenses guessing, and that always, keeps them on their heels, allows you the opportunity to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. I couldn't agree more. You want an offense that is consistent. You don't want an offense that maybe has 1 or 2 bad plays and then one big play. I mean, you want an offense that's consistent all the way down the field, that no matter what the call is, that they can get the job done, and they can just work through the kinks that will come up.
Yeah, I stepped off just a bit, Talon, to help Sean here, and so I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and talk about the schedule coming up a little bit and kind of what's going around the 5A West this week. Harrison's going to play their first conference game tonight because last week they didn't have a conference game, which is something that is going to be interesting at the end of the season. If another team has to cancel due to a COVID-related matter, they're going to have one less conference game.
Yep.
So then they're standing. I mean, what if that puts someone above 500, but they're 5-4, maybe a situation? I don't think that's the exact number, but you get what I'm getting at.
And Talon, it's weird this year because we don't really know who's who in the conference. We had our preseason picks by Hootens and others, but Morrilton last week. I mean, hey, we got to give it to Morrilton. They look like a football team. Their defense flied around, and they were tough. Mm-hmm. So they're better than I thought they were. We don't know how good Harrison really is. No. I mean, they're picked first in the conference, but we know they lost a ton from last year.
Yeah.
So I think it's still up for a grab of who's going to take this conference and run with it.
Absolutely. It's going to be a real toss-up. There's so many teams. I mean, even P. Ridge, I believe, beat Alma last week.
They did.
So that was a total shock. And then, Alma's beaten a 7A school in Heritage.
Yeah.
And
Farmington beat Springdale.
It's a totally crazy year with totally crazy twists and turns, and no one knows where it's going to go.
And each week, you see the scores, and we don't know if that team that lost had 12 players out.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't know, and this week it's going to be another interesting one between Greenbrier and Clarksville, as we don't know. I don't think that we have anybody out besides Jacob, and that was a really tough injury because I was talking to Sean before the game, and I was like, Sean said, we think that this might be a team that we can pass the ball on a lot.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be missing one of our best receivers in Jacob Mathis. And that's going to really kind of stink because he's someone that we can throw to, and he's just one of our best.
Yeah, you're looking at maybe a couple 100 yards right there you got to figure out how to make up for. Looks like in the coin toss, I believe that Clarksville won and deferred, so we will be receiving the ball the first half. But as you were saying, having Jacob out is it's a big deal. Fortunately, we have a large group of receivers that can catch the football and can make plays. But as I said earlier, tonight's a night for one of these guys to step up and separate themselves as the go-to guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, the Ricochet weather report, the Ricochet Outdoors weather report tonight, I just wanted to let everyone know that it's a crisp 63 degrees here in the beautiful state of Arkansas, as we are sitting in central Arkansas right now overlooking one of the most beautiful sights that I really think I've ever seen in my life. Is just seeing a stadium full of fans, seeing two football teams on the field or about to be on the field, about to play football.
Yeah, they're fixed to come out the tunnel and get this thing started. Appreciate Ricochet Outdoors for that weather report. Real quick, keys of the game before we get started here. Keys of the game brought to you by Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon. Number one, we're going to have to eliminate penalties, and that's something that hurt us tremendously last week against Morrilton. Having to get the same first down 3 times. We've got to eliminate that. If we can cut down our penalties, that's really going to give our offense a chance to keep that momentum going and keep the chains moving. Secondly, force third and longs. And we've talked over and over already about this Clarksville team going to come out and try to run over us. Well, guess what? When you're predominantly a running team and you get to third and long, you put yourself in a bind, because then you either got to rely on going 6, 7, 8 yards on that third down play to get the first down, or you're forcing the team that doesn't feel comfortable throwing the ball to get back there and try to pass it. And then thirdly, we got to execute balance on offense. We've got the ability to run the football. We've got some great running backs. We've got a quarterback that can run the ball. We've got an offensive line that is bigger and faster this year that can get a push up front. And we've also got a quarterback that's got a great arm and receivers that can catch the ball. So we've got to use both of these aspects of this offense equally and create a balance, like I said earlier, to keep this defense on their toes, keep them guessing, and give us the ability to mix things up and score a lot of points.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. And again, I just want to point out the Ricochet Outdoors weather report. Lee, that's the best weather report I've seen all year.
Yeah, finally back here in Greenbrier home. We've been gone. We had an off week. We've had 2 road games. Finally back here at home. It feels good, and it's football weather. Nice, chilly night. Man, it gets me a little excited.
The only other thing that we can ask for tonight is a win.
Hey, I feel real good about it, Tal, and I think that we're going to come out here tonight, and I think we're going to execute on both sides of the ball.
I think we will too. I think last week we had a fluke week. I think everyone knew that. I think that there's a lot of frustrations looking back at last week, the loss against Morrilton, and I think that they're going to come out and they're going to play a lot better tonight. They have a lot more fight in them, probably after that tough loss. So I'm really excited to see what our Panthers are going to look like tonight.
Yeah, and one thing I think we're going to see, we're going to see them see Clarksville move the ball. When you got a big team that runs the ball like that, you're going to give up yards. What you have to do, though, is be patient and don't panic. If you give up a couple of first downs, be tough on defense, stay tough on defense, get that ball back, and just keep going.
Greenbrier's going to come out in a little bit tighter bunch than they did last week. We gave up an onside kick to I believe to Morrilton last week. So We're not going to want that to happen this week, so we're going to play it a little bit tighter because it looks like Clarksville wants to do the onside, and they're about to. But they don't. Greenbrier's ready now. They're going to spread back out, prepare for the deep bomb. Thatcher Strack and maybe Carter McElhaney are in the backfield for the Panthers.
And both of those guys can run with lightning speed on a kickoff.
So Clarksville's number 12, Cole Crispin, kicks it off way deep to Thatcher Strack. He's going to take it to the left side. He's got plenty of running room, plenty of speed with him. He hits the 30 and gets out to the 34-yard line. Greenbrier's going to be set up for 1st and 10.
Great way to start the game for our kickoff return team. Anytime you can get the ball on the 34-yard line is a great way to start the game. You know, one of the biggest parts of the game is to control field position. And when you start that close to the center of the field, it gives you, at least until the opposing team can flip the field, it gives you that advantage as long as you can hold on to it.
Cooper Wilcox will come out at quarterback. No surprise there. Trey Havens lined up behind him in the pistol. They're going to bring motion to the left side, and we're going to jump.
You know, we talked about that in our keys of the game. We've got to eliminate mistakes with penalties. That's going to hurt. We don't want to start 1st and 15 to start this game, but that's what's going to happen. I noticed, you know, we were talking about them running a 3-4 on their defense. I noticed they brought a linebacker up and slid everybody down like they're going to kind of act as a forefront. Maybe they're going to try to key our run game a little bit.
Cooper Wilcox takes the snap. It's a handoff up the gut. Trey Havens finding room, gets it back to where we started, maybe one more yard after.
Yeah, it's a good run by Trey. We picked up that penalty yardage back and gained an extra one, give us the 2nd and 9, gives us a little closer to that 1st down mark.
Greenbrier's going to move quick, set up an empty formation, try and catch Clarksville offsides. Plenty of time to get a play call. Cooper takes the snap, throws it quick to the right side. That's 24. He's got plenty of room. He's going to be up the sideline. He gets about 12 yards.
That's a great play by Reed Nixon. He catches the ball out there on the sideline, and receivers out there with him gave him just enough block to bust through there to the 2nd level, pick up the 1st down.
Great speed here by the Panthers. They're going to get set up quick, and they're ready to go. It's a quick snap, hand off to the left side. Trey Havens has plenty of room. Gets past one guy, keeps moving. He'll pick up 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, great run right there. You know, we're talking about running with balance, playing on offense with balance, and that's exactly what we're doing right here. We've got a little tempo, momentum going our direction, high tempo, keep the ball in the play moving, no lulls. This offense seems to run a little better when it's got a little tempo, you know.
I do like the tempo a lot. It's going to be another empty formation. Greenbrier pulls a man in motion. It's going to be a fake pitch. Cooper rolls to the right, looking for somewhere to go. He has nowhere, so he's going to take off with it, and he's going to get out of bounds after about a 10 to 15-yard pickup for the Panthers.
That was a great run by Cooper, and an even better decision not to throw the ball downfield into coverage.
Absolutely. That's something that you and I talked about.
That's right.
Sitting up here watching the homecoming festivities, we talked about how Cooper's got to be smart with tucking the ball and running instead of just throwing.
After proving what he can do with his feet, he's got that option.
Cooper Wilcox takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the gut. Trey Havens won't get much, maybe one.
They brought a bunch of guys right there, a bunch of big boys, and just didn't have much room to go there. Able to keep positive forward motion, though, and give us a 2nd down here with manageable.
It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. They're going to throw a man to the left and get into empty formation. Cooper takes a quick throw to the left side. Carter McElhaney trying to make some room. Can't get any, and he's met by a ton of Clarksville Panthers.
Yeah, I'd like to see him try to throw the ball downfield a little bit right here. I guess now we're probably in a position we're going to have to.
A 3rd and 10 from no man's land. Can't punt. Can't kick a field goal. Do you try and gain 7 and go for it on 4th?
Yeah, you do.
Trey Havens line up to the left. He'll block. It's a quick throw in the middle of the field. J.P. Engelkist, they'll get him working. He's going to take a man with him 3 yards. It's going to be a first down for the Greenbrier Panthers.
Great job of JP getting open right there and giving Cooper a chance to get him the ball for a first down. We talked about JP when we were getting ready for our pregame, and, he's one of those guys we really need to step up with Jacob out.
Even getting touches, he does a great job blocking. It's going to be a pistol formation, handoff to the left side. Trey Havens trying to find a hole, takes someone with him for about 3 yards. It's going to be second and 7 now.
Trey did a fantastic job right there. He didn't have much room. They're gonna be tough for us to move every play up front because they're big and they're physical. But when you got a guy like Trey that runs the ball like that and picks up 2 or 3 on his own every time, it always gives you that second effort. It always gives you an opportunity to pick up yardage when it's not there.
We're going to be in the pistol with the sniffer. Another handoff up the gut. Trey Havens looking for room, tries to bounce it to the right, takes a step out that way, and picks up about 6 yards.
Yeah, he had a big hole right there and was able to pick up almost the first down. About 2 yards short.
3rd and about 2 for the Panthers.
And this with Cooper having the ability to run the football, that right here, this gives you an opportunity. If you don't want to go with the run play right here, you can run a play action and gives you the option to throw it. Oh, we're going with that.
They're going to go a heavy set. Trey Havens takes a snap, runs to the left, plenty of room, makes a juke move. He's going to take a kid with him. He gets in the end zone, but they're going to touchdown, Panthers.
All right.
Great run by Trey Havens.
I was talking about Cooper, being able to run the ball, and I look up, Trey's at quarterback because they're running that Rhino set. But, hey, that's a great call. We're down there close to the goal line, put our big boys in there, our heavy running back, our heavy running set, and it worked.
Now Cody Powell will come out to kick the ball. Noah Hogan's going to hold for the Panthers. Snap is good. Snap is held well. It's up, and it's good. Greenbrier's going to go on top, 7-0 with 8 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the play in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's Chef Lynn's score report. We got a score early, less than 4 minutes?
Just under 4 minutes.
We were able to control the field, control the ball for 4 minutes and get a score. If you can consistently do that, you're going to win most of the games you're in.
We had that first penalty there for a loss of 5, but after that, Greenbrier really didn't go backwards on any plays. No. They had one that was they didn't gain anything, but they didn't lose anything.
Right, and that's what we're talking about with Trey being able to run so tough. He lowers those pads and drives his feet, and even when nothing's there, he still picks up a yard or 2 or 3.
So Greenbrier went with a good bit of trickery last week on special teams. I'd like to see if we're going to go with that again. I felt the trickery worked for us some.
Yeah. I always like to kick off when you've got a defense that's been as successful as ours has this year. I like to kick it deep and put your boys on the field that can go make plays.
Cody Powell's going to take his steps. He boots it downfield. It's high and far.
Great kick.
It's going to land on the 2. Oh, and I thought it was going to come back.
Oh, yeah, they almost made a big mistake right there. They just kind of took it for granted that it was going to go in the end zone. They kind of stopped there and looked at it, got a live ball, and that first bounce was straight up in the air.
Yeah, imagine the scholarships that Cody Powell could get if he could make every single kick land on the 3-yard line and stay on the 3-yard line.
Right.
Just a great kicker for the Panthers.
He is a good kicker. First game of the season, he put one about a yard from going out of the back of the end zone. You just don't see that very often in high school.
No, you don't. So Clarksville has offense that I don't like at all. They bunch everyone up. They try a bunch of tricky stuff, and then someone just takes off with the football.
Yeah, they'll trick you when you're trying to see what they're doing.
Greenbrier's defense is going to get up, and they're going to get ready. They knew exactly where that one was going.
Well, I saw Nick Hewitt's number 15 meet the running back right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, that was Nick. Great play. I mean, hey, with this big bunch as they've got and run the ball up the middle, if we can come out first play and stop them for 2 yards, yard and a half, we'll take that all day long.
Clarksville has one of their workhorses out tonight.
Yeah, that fullback, Buckner.
It's It's going to be a snap to the man in the back. He's going to take it maybe about 2 yards for Clarksville, and it's going to be 3rd and about 6.
You know, watching a little bit of the film of the Valonia-Clarksville game, that play right there, you know, even when there wasn't much there, that running back was still – quarterback/running back takes the direct snap, was still able to pick up several yards. They just didn't tackle well. And if we'll continue to tackle like this and just stop them pretty much at the point of contact, they're going to have a tough time moving the football on us.
Arthur Alvarez, one of the men in the backfield for Clarksville. It's going to be snapped to him. He's going to run to the left. He's going to look to pass it. Wide open man, overthrows him by about 7 yards, though.
Yeah, we were playing that run so hard, we kind of bid on that sweep-looking play, but what it was a pass, and, you know, that guy was wide open. That number 5, what's his name?
I don't have a number 5 on my roster tonight.
Well, he was wide open downfield, but fortunately was overthrown.
You know, whenever I realized that they were going to pass the ball, I looked downfield, and he was the only one I saw, but he was just jogging. Yeah. I never even saw him run. So if he's running, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, and he was looking for the ball. He didn't have any idea where it was.
It's a quick punt. It's a terrible punt. It's not going to roll far. It's going to hit the 45 and then the 44, and it's about to go out of bounds. Clarksville's going to pick it up. Greenbrier is going to start at the 44-yard line.
Sebastian Janikowski didn't get much on that one. I love seeing a big punter. You know it. I love it when the punter kicks the ball, then walks down and plays nose guard. That's just like this kid's fixing to. Their roster's a lot different than what I have on my sheet here. I don't have that kicker or that punter/nose guard either.
I don't have half these kids on my roster. I wonder who put the roster together. Sean Mathis.
Call Sean Mathis and see who put this together.
Oh, well. Greenbrier's going to take the snap. It's going to be a handoff to the left side. Trey Havens being patient, trying to find somewhere. He's going to pick up 5.
Yeah, great job by Trey there.
It's going to take 4 to get him down.
Yeah. You know, he kept kind of going back and forth looking for somewhere to go with the football, and, play slowly developed and was able to sneak up about 5 yards out of there.
I'm loving this up-tempo offense. Cooper Wilcox takes the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to hit the right side. There's plenty of room. Great block on the outside by Reed Nixon. Cooper Wilcox takes a stutter step back in, and he's going to get piled up and go to the ground at the 33-yard line.
Hopefully he pops up because he got hit by about 9 guys right there from Clarksville. But great job by Cooper to get outside and pick up, 30 yards right there?
Yeah, correction, 27-yard line.
Yeah, when you got your quarterback out there like that, you want him to go out of bounds is what you want.
It's going to be a pistol formation. Greenbrier ready to go. Cooper Wilcox takes the snap, hands it up the gut. Plenty of open space. It's to the 25. Touchdown, Trey Havens. He's going to pick up number 2 on the night.
Great run by Trey, and let me tell you, great job by the offensive line.
Man.
As slow as I am, I think I could have ran a touchdown on that play right there. Let me tell you, there was nobody anywhere close to him. I mean, Trey gets through there quick, but nobody was able to get to him because there was just so much room for him to run. We've got them on their heels right now, and they're playing soft against us.
Yeah, absolutely. Noah Hogan takes a snap. Hold is good. Ball is up. Flags are down. Well, I mean, give us an extra point, but, back us up if you have to. Encroachment on the defense.
Yeah, we'll probably decline that. Did we get – they may have called the kickoff.
They called it off.
Yeah. Pre-snap penalty, so the kick doesn't count.
They always say you missed the second one, but that's whenever you freeze the kicker at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Hold is good. Ball is up. And that's good. We're going to be right back with Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back in Greenbrier.
Let me tell you, that Steak and Shake commercial goes by quick. You better be paying attention.
Right? Oh, we love our people over at Steak and Shake.
Man, they fed the boys today. Colt Harmon, he fed the boys today for Steak and Shake and got our boys some good nutrition, be able to come out here tonight and feel good while they're playing. I think we're going to maybe have Colt up here at halftime talk a little bit about his time in Greenbrier and the community and some things they're doing.
Supporting small business, you really got to love it in a small community like Greenbrier. Is they kick the ball off to Clarksville.
Oh, good high
They're going to
kick.
be deep. They're going to take it out of the 10. Greenbrier's going to get there quick, and they're going to tackle quick. They're going to drop him about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was Tanner Collins. Yeah, it was Tanner Collins got in there and hit him pretty early. Great job by I just went blank on our kicker.
Cody Powell.
The great Cody Powell. Great job by Cody Powell getting the ball high, giving us time to get our guys down there.
He's looked phenomenal tonight.
He's having a good
game. Technically, I guess he kicked 3 extra points, but on the scoreboard he's kicked 2. And then he's had the touchback that we saw on our last touchdown, and now here we're going to pin him inside the 20-yard line.
If you pin him inside the 20-yard line in high school, you've done a real good job in special teams.
Clarksville bunched up again like usual. It's going to be a snap to the left side. They're going to power it through and pick up about 7. That's how they do it.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. They're gonna get some yards. They're gonna get a few first downs, and or hopefully that's all they gets, a few. But we just got to be patient and not. They'll kind of lull you to sleep because they'll run that slowly, methodical run game.
Well, they'll control the clock completely with that.
But then when just like they almost did it last time. I mean, they lulled us to sleep right there, had a guy downfield open for a pass, or they'll bust it outside or a reverse, and you just got to be.
It's going to be a spin move. He's going to bounce it out to the right side, but Greenbrier's going to be there after he picks up the first down. That's number 26, Jalen Wright.
Yeah,
he's on my roster.
Sean got one right. We like to give Sean a hard time. He does a great job helping us be able to do what we do.
Yeah, we all love Sean. He knows he means a lot to us. We have JB out tonight, so Sean has to be up here in the booth. He's not very happy about it. Clarksville takes the snap. They're going to run to the left and hand it off quick. That's number 59 for the Greenbrier Panthers. That's Brandon Beck.
Yeah, Brandon Beck. Great job getting in the backfield. I'm going to tell you, when they handed that ball off, he was there waiting. It's good to see our line get in there and make some plays. They've done a great job this year, but we typically see a lot of our plays made by our linebackers. But to see some of those guys up front get back there and get their hands on the back, that's gonna be big for us tonight on this run offense.
Even our pass rush wasn't great against Morrilton last week. We really couldn't get to the quarterback on time, and so it's really great to see us busting through the line. We'll see if Greenbrier can do it again. It's a snap going to the left side this time, but they pile him up. That's huge.
That's Nick. Nick had his shoulder in that running back's gut by the time he got to the line of scrimmage.
I thought I also saw Jeremy Parker in there with him.
59 was in there leading the way. Brandon Beck.
Great job by the defense to force another 3rd and long. That's what we talked about pregame, Talon. One of the keys of the game, force 3rd and longs. Now they've got to do something they're not comfortable with doing to try to pick up a first down. Snap back to the quarterback. He's going to drop back to pass. He's not going to have anything open. He's going to try to run it, and he's going to be taken down by number 14, Tanner Collins, for about a 4-yard gain, but it's going to push a 4th down for the Clarksville Panthers, and they're going to have to punt the football.
Great open field tackle there from Tanner Collins. Golly, he sped out there as fast as possible and took out the legs of the runner.
Yeah, you know, they dropped back to throw the ball, and they just wasn't. Our D-backs did a great job covering. Wasn't anywhere to go with it, so, you know, he had little room up there to run with it, but Tanner and a couple other guys there closed quickly and were able to force the fourth down.
It's going to be 4th and 4, but it looks like Clarksville's going to take a timeout and talk about it, try and figure out what they want to do, and we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back in just a second.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, and Steak and Shake.
And to Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back at John Hawks Memorial Field here in Greenbrier as Clarksville's going to line up on a 4th down in a spread offense. This is new for Clarksville. It's going to be a real play. His quarterback's going to scramble. He's going to keep looking. He's going to go for it. He'll get there. And a few more. He stays on his feet, but he's met by the big Nick Hewitt and thrown out of bounds.
Gutsy call there by Coach Buckner, but hey, got to give credit to them. They did a good job of making something out of nothing there.
Clarksville knows that they got to get something going here, and they're hoping that they can build on that momentum. But we'll see if the Greenbrier Panthers can just play another great 3 plays of defense and force them maybe to even punt this time.
You know, I don't know how well of a thrower Castleman is, but, you know, he's shown that he can run the ball.
Clarksville back to the bunch formation. It's going to be a snap. It's going to go to the left side, but he's going to be met by a bunch of Panthers, and he's not going to go anywhere.
Great job. There was a lot of our big boys up front. I saw Jeremy Parker in there. Beck, also number 72, Jacob Yassine in there. I think I saw all 3 of our down linemen in on that tackle. I love to see this group flying around like they are. They're playing with a different level of intensity than we saw last week.
I mean, I feel like it's a mixture of intensity, speed. I mean, there's just a lot of things that are so much different than the team that we saw last week.
Well, when you got 14 points on the board, that gets you a little excited.
Clarksville's going to take the snap. It's going to go to the left side again.
He's got some
plenty of speed and plenty of room. He's going to truck over somebody, and he's going to get out to about the 34-yard line as we have 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Greenbrier leads 14-0.
Yeah, that was a great run there by their running back. I didn't see which one it was, but I think that was Trey maybe on the tackle.
He's probably not on our roster.
But we're going to see more. We're going to see them make some plays. They're going to make some plays. We just got to the old bend don't break on defense and get the ball back.
Clarksville will take a snap. It's going to go to the right side this time. He's going to bounce it out. Greenbrier meets him and gets him down on the ground. That's Arthur Alvarez.
Yeah, Dawson Spencer made a good tackle right there after he got by a couple of other defenders. He kind of chipped off a couple and turned around. As soon as he turned around on that spin move, Dawson Spencer was in his face, took him down. 5-yard gain, though. They'll take that all day long. Looks like Keaton Whitley's going to come in the game, and then we're going to have a timeout.
We're going to roll down to the end of the quarter. Greenbrier leads 14-0. We're going to hit a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security.
We're back here in Greenbrier as it is a beautiful night in the great state of Arkansas, man. I love it here. It is home, and I'm glad to see that Greenbrier is up by 14 at the end of the first quarter, thanks to our Chef Lynn's quarterly recap.
Yeah, 14-0, great first quarter. Clarksville moving the ball a little bit right here, see if we can shut them down.
Clarksville's going to run to the right side. They're going to pick up 7, possibly closer to 10.
Another first down for the Clarksville Panthers. I feel like I want to call them the Red Panthers, the Blue Panthers and the Red Panthers.
I believe that was Jalen Wright on the carry for Clarksville there. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for Clarksville as they enter the red zone.
You know, Alvarez, we've seen him some out there. We didn't talk about him in the pregame. I think he ran the ball something against Bologna, though, if I remember right.
I think there are a lot of hands that touch the football in the Clarksville offense as they're going to take the snap and run to the right, miss tackle in the backfield. Yeah. But he still won't pick up at about 3 yards.
Jeremy Parker had his hands and arms around his waist and just kind of squeezed through Jeremy. And I know he was frustrated that he didn't get that tackle right there.
It's going to be 2nd and about 7 for Clarksville with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left here to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, I'm tell you what, I'm glad to see Jeremy in the backfield. You know, we've seen all of our linemen in their backfield so far tonight, which is a good sign when you've got such a big line that they have offensively.
Clarksville lining up in the tight bunch yet again. Snap goes to the backfield. It's a quick spin move up the middle. Oh, yeah, he's not going to go anywhere. That's Jeremy Parker on the tackle. That's Jeremy Parker
again. Looked like Nick stepped in there to help him out, but you're right. Jeremy met him right at the line of scrimmage and had his arms around, twisted him down to the ground.
And Shane Edgman was the carrier that time.
Big third down. 3rd and long, another 3rd and long. You know, we've kind of been waiting for Jeremy to have that breakout game this year. Mm-hmm. You know, we know how strong and physical he is, and it's good to see that this seems to be what the night that we're going to get to see that.
Clarksville takes the snap, runs it to the right. He's going to fall behind his guys, and he'll still pick up probably about 4 yards, but it's still going to be short of the first down. He'll bring up 4th and about 1.
Yeah. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, and this is, you know, I saw last week with Bologna watching their film. They got that 4th and short. They're just hard to stop on a short game because they're so big and physical, and I guess it's a little further than I thought it was. I don't think they moved the stick.
It's 4th and about 3, yeah. They gained about 3. I mean, it was a long third down.
So it's a long 2 here, isn't it?
So Clarksville's got decisions to make.
I'd like to see us get in their backfield right here. Just hit them before they have a chance to make a move.
They'll line up in the spread again. Greenbrier's familiar with the spread after playing Morrilton just last week. It's a snap. Quarterback looking to the left side. He's scrambling around, holding maybe. He's going to throw it in the middle of the field. And the receiver gets crushed.
Did they not call the hold there?
And it's going to be a touchdown for Clarksville.
That's a great catch by that kid in the end zone.
So there's a curiosity of me whenever a defender has their hands in the air and is trying to run forward, they're being held and pulled backwards. How do I even ask the question?
Is it a hold?
Right.
I tell you what, you know, that receiver got hit by 2 Greenbrier players right when he caught the ball and was able to hold on.
Yeah, that was a great catch.
It was a great throw by that quarterback. I wondered, you know, we talked about Miles Castleman being the returning junior quarterback, and is he? Can he throw the ball? We didn't really know if he could throw the ball or not. We hadn't seen it much, but
Clarksville's coach, he said in the Hootens magazine, he said, "I believe in our quarterback, and I believe that he can throw the football. It's not that we don't run the ball because we don't believe in our quarterback. It's run the ball because we believe that's a good philosophy."
Yeah, we run the ball because we got a bunch of big boys and some fast backs.
But as we can tell now, whenever they need to throw the football, they throw the football. And, we go back to last week whenever we couldn't get to the quarterback on a pass rush.
I think right there we were – I feel like, and what I would have felt like if I was out there or calling a play is the one thing you don't want to do right there is give them the edge because, it seems like when they come out to throw the ball that they're really looking just to get the edge with the quarterback to pick up the first down. I really expected him to do that, and he ran that way, and we had guys come up and force him to have to throw the ball, but, did a good job of getting it to his main guy there in the end zone and making a catch.
So Clarksville will kick to Greenbrier with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here to play in the second quarter after Clarksville scored their first touchdown of the night. It's going to be 14-7, Greenbrier's favor. Clarksville started with a tight bunch on the kickoff, but they're going to spread out a little bit. And it's going to be an onside kick. Greenbrier's got to attack the football. The ball is way back in the backfield. It's still on the ground.
I don't know who got it.
There's a big pile. Everyone jump in.
I tell you what.
Number one rule of any big pile is every single player should be in it.
It's 10 yards behind where they caught
Clarksville's ball. It's a simple thing. It's a simple task on an onside kick. You're supposed to be taught to go towards the ball, just like you're taught to go towards a pass on like a hitch. Whenever it's thrown to you, there's a man chasing that football just like you're chasing that football, and if he goes to it and you don't, that's going to be what's frustrating.
Oh, it's for a coaching staff, it's extremely frustrating because you practice that. They practiced it after last week, but
and 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, it don't matter how much you prepare. If that ball bounces right, it's just.
Well, whenever it bounces right into your chest.
Yeah. Well,
it's going to be 1st and 10 for Clarksville now. There's 9 minutes and 28 seconds left. It's a little bit trickery. They're going to go to the left. Plenty of running room. He's going to keep going down the field to the 40 and go out at about the 35-yard line. Clarksville's going to have another 1st and 10.
Got a flag down here. I bet that's going to come back.
Looks like our replay man caught a holding on Tanner Collins. We'll see if that's the call. Holding on the offense. Tanner Collins was the one who was held.
Right, yeah.
I worded that poorly.
I know what you meant, yeah. That's a big break right there, because let me tell you, that reverse there, I think they had everybody fooled, including me at first. We caught a big break right there because that was a huge gain, pushing back to about 1st and 16 or so right here.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 for Clarksville with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left here to play. They have the ball again. If you were just now tuning in,
that's going to be a timeout, I think.
Clarksville's going to take a timeout. They had too many people out on the field and a little bit of confusion. We're going to take it with them, and we'll be back in just a minute.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy.
If you're just now joining us here in Greenbrier, Clarksville has the ball after an onside kick. They just took a timeout, and it's 1st and 15 now for Clarksville. A lot of trickery, and I have no clue where the ball is.
Well, I didn't either, man. I was looking on each sideline, towards each sideline, to see which one of them had the ball.
Well, I also couldn't – I never heard a whistle. It seemed like everyone thought it was a dead play, and then some people didn't. False start against Clarksville. They're going to back themselves up another 5, and they're going to count it off from the wrong spot.
They'll figure it out. These guys have done a pretty good job so far tonight.
I feel like they have as well, except for the holding that was missed.
Well, you can call holding every play. Some of them are obvious, and you're going to miss some. But, based on what we've seen this year, this is a outstanding crew.
Well, Clarksville got the football off an onside kick, and now they're shooting themselves in the foot by being backed up 1st and 20 after a holding call and a false start after a timeout. A little bit of trickery. It's going to be a pass to the backside. Number 15 has it, but it's going to be an incomplete pass. I thought that was a backwards pass.
I think that official did too at first. He held his hand out like it was in the backfield, but then I think after he kind of reassessed it, he figured it was probably out in front. Kind of goes, I was going to say it goes to our advantage, but we had guys right there anyway, so it would have probably been about the same result either way.
There's going to be 9 minutes and 10 seconds left here. Clarksville has the football on 2nd and 20 from the 33-yard line. They're going to line up in the spread, something that they've gone to in deep situations and it's worked. It's going to be a pass play. Look for the scramble. J.P. Engelkis rushes. It's a pass to the outside.
Great tackle by Dawson Spencer. Open field. Gave up, 2 or 3 yards right there on the pass play. Great tackle by Dawson to hold him there and keep him forced that 3rd and 16?
3rd and about 16 now for the Clarksville Panthers with 9 minutes and 3 seconds left here to play in the second quarter. I would really expect to see Clarksville go to that spread. They haven't had one negative play in the spread offense tonight. But they're going to line up in a tight bunch. Then they're going to spread it out a little bit. 2 running backs in the backfield for Clarksville. It's going to be a pass play. Flag is in the air. They're rushing. He's just going to drop back. He's got nowhere to go, and he throws it away. He throws it to a man who has the catch, and he won't get anywhere. He'll lose about 3. It's going to probably be an illegal formation.
Yeah, it's going to be something on Clarksville. Man, when he threw that ball, I thought he's just throwing it because he's fixing to get sacked, and we're going to get intentional grounding. But he threw it to a receiver.
Yeah, I didn't think a receiver was over there. That's great vision.
We'll probably decline this one. Yeah, we're going to decline that because we got a 2-yard loss anyway.
So that was a false start on the offense, right? Isn't that a dead?
No, it was a legal formation.
Okay. I thought I saw him do the false start. So it's going to be now 4th and about 17 for Clarksville with 8 minutes and 49 seconds left here to play. Greenbrier gave up the onside kick but played great defense afterwards. It's a good spiral kick from the punter. It's going to be a fair catch from Carter McElhaney at the 25-yard line.
Well, apparently Janikowski can kick.
And there's another flag.
He spiraled that end over in there.
That was a beautiful kick. That first one must have been a fluke. Punt. The shoelace was tied on the wrong side. I guess
so, man. I'm telling you, that was a fantastic punt. See what the penalty is here. No, they're going. I don't know, man. One thing you hate to ever take the ball out of your offense's hands. We've got the ball right here, but he's 1 for 2 on decent kicks. Oh, that one was great. I'd like to make him try to do it again.
Yeah, but they've also been good on 4th down tonight. So I like the call of Greenbrier keeping the football because Greenbrier has proved that they can take the ball downfield. as Cooper Wilcox comes in at quarterback. Nick Hewitt's in the backfield. It's a quick snap up the gut to Nick Hewitt. He's got plenty of running room. He's going to stay on his feet. He's going to hit the 40. He's going to keep going out to about the 45-yard line. First down, Panthers, after a 20-yard rush from Nick Hewitt.
Oh, Nick ran the ball well right there. He broke a couple of tackles to get to the third level there and had a couple of safeties out in front of him that he couldn't get through, but still picked up, 18, 20 yards.
Greenbrier moving quick. Clarksville really not ready. It's going to be another handoff to the left side. Nick Hewitt's going to pick up about 4. We joked a little bit during the homecoming festivities. We saw Nick Hewitt, and I thought he had a mask on, but it was a beard. And I was like, I can't even grow a beard. I'm almost 20 years old, and here's a junior in high school, and he's got a full man beard going on.
Child.
And he plays like that on the field as well. Greenbrier's going to do another quick play. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Nick Hewitt again. He's going to not get tackled in the backfield. He stays on his feet and takes someone about 1 yard with him.
We're going to get a penalty on that, too. I think we're going to get a face mask. Great job. Great job by Nick right there. Yep, we got a face mask on the replay, it looks like. Last week Nick didn't touch the ball the entire game, and I couldn't believe it because he's pretty much split carries with
Trey Havens.
With Trey this year, and talk about giving yourself options. You give Trey playing so much defense too. Gives a little rest, and you don't lose a step when you put Nick in the game. Looks like we're going to have another back here, Dawson Spencer. See, maybe he gets a carry here.
After 15 free ones for the Greenbrier Panthers, Dawson Spencer comes in at running back. Cooper Wilcox takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to the left side. Dawson Spencer bouncing around, bounces it outside, tries to stay on his feet. He's going to hit about 3 people and finally get tackled. I don't think he'll gain anything.
No, he didn't get much, if any. It looked like he might have had a seam. He could have cut it up if he'd have saw it.
He just kept trying to bounce it out, but he couldn't find the room that he wanted. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now for Greenbrier. Cooper Wilcox checking the defense. He takes a snap. He's looking left, right, finds a man in the middle. Let's Reed Nixon. Reed Nixon's going to make a couple of jukes miss. He's going to keep. He's going to stay on his feet, and they're going to drag him. They're going to keep dragging him, and they're going to get him to the 8-yard line and set up a 1st and goal for the Panthers.
I tell you what, we talk about Reed not being real big, but he's got such good hands, and he moves so quick. He did a great job catching the football, getting open, catching the football. And, it looked like he was going to be tackled right there, but he made a little step and got an extra, 5-6 yards, and then the rest of the team came and carried him another 4 or 5.
And we're going to go with the heavy set here.
Yeah, we got that.
Heavy to the right side. Trey Havens takes the snap. He's going to hit the gap. He's going to stay on his feet, try and get to the goal line, but he'll fall about 3 yards short. And a flag is down. That's going to be against Greenbrier, and it's going to back them up about 10 for unsportsmanlike.
It's going to be holding, I think. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought Ashton White just pinned the guy on the ground.
Well, I think the flag was thrown before the end.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, I love this Rhino set we run. This heavy, kind of a wildcat with a kick.
Yeah, wildcat with our biggest people.
We're gonna stay in it here.
Greenbrier's gonna run it on 1st and goal from the 18-yard line. Trey Havens is going to take the snap. He looks for somewhere to go. He hits the right side, and Clarksville is going to push him an extra 5 yards.
That was a good run by Trey. There was a little bit of it wasn't a great snap. Kind of caused a hesitation from Trey to have to reach out and get the ball. I think he could have possibly scored, at least picked up another 5-10 yards, but they had a little time to get to the football.
Cooper Wilcox will come back in. Greenbrier will go to a more natural formation. It's going to be 2nd and goal with about 13 yards to go and 5 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. Cooper Wilcox scouts out the defense, making sure everyone's set, takes a snap, looking to his left, looking to his right, finds a man in the middle but misses him just a little high.
Cooper, you see Cooper's reaction. He knew he just kind of got it too high there, and he was jumping up. He kicking himself, had Thatcher right there over the middle.
Really, I mean, I'm impressed with this Greenbrier offense tonight. They've come out clean and they've come out sharp and smart. I think one of the best words to use for this Greenbrier offense tonight is just smart, intelligent football.
Yeah, they're playing good disciplined football. You know, I think that's the first ball that Cooper hasn't completed so far since he's been in the game.
Cooper Wilcox checking the defense. He's going to throw it. It's going to be a quick screen to Trey Havens. Trey Havens takes it. He's got more than enough room. Touchdown, Greenbrier Panthers.
Great job there by the offense. They brought the house right there on defense, and Cooper just held off just long enough to get Trey loose there and able to throw him the football, and, man, it was wide open once he caught it.
Man, that's a great play right there by the Greenbrier Panthers. You know, I felt Clarksville knew that they were going to throw the ball, so they really sent the house to try and distract Cooper. But Cooper was totally collected, and it's a good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. Greenbrier is going to go up 21-7 on Clarksville with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left to play. We're going to take a quick little timeout, and we'll be back with Greenbrier Panther Sports Network.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network. Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, and Steak and Shake.
And we're back in Greenbriers. We finally have a beautiful moon that's helping us out tonight.
I wish we could get a shot of that. I don't think we have a camera angle that can catch it, but, man, it is pretty.
It's really one of those orange moons, and it's just a gorgeous glow as it has risen over the visitor sideline.
Yeah, we got a great view of it up here in the press box.
Cody Powell's going to kick it high in the sky over the lights. It's going to land on about the 15. Clarksville's going to pick it up and run with it to the right side. He's going to try and find somewhere to go, but can't get much. Greenbrier's going to stop him about the 21-yard line.
Well, so far this game, we've done a great job staying in our lanes and making plays on our kickoff team. That's such a big part of the game. You know, that was a short kick. He did a good job of getting it high, but it was shorter than what I'm sure he intended it to be. You know, caught it just inside the 20-yard line, and look at him. They're at the 21.
Well, you know, he got a great height on it that time, and like you're saying, they got enough time to get down the field and then make the tackle. I mean, this was one more yard than they made on the last one.
Well, when they stay in their lanes that way, they force the guy to run outside, so he's not running up. He's not running north and south. He's running east and west.
Clarksville's going to take a snap and then hand it off to the right side. Plenty of men there to take him down without a gain.
That's a great job there by Yasim being patient there and not, that little reverse there. He didn't flow with it. He stayed at home and was able to make a tackle right there for no gain. We've continued to see tackle after tackle by Jacob and Jeremy and Brandon up front. This is the first time we've really seen them. They've done a great job of opening up plays for our linebackers all season, but the first time we've really seen them make a lot of tackles.
And there's our beautiful moon from our view here in the Greenbrier press box. Just gorgeous scenery here in the state of Arkansas. And it's going to be a pass, scrambling again. He fumbles the ball. Ball's on the ground. Greenbrier picks it up. That's going to be a Greenbrier 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line.
I want to see the replay here to see who actually knocks that out. They did a great job.
Beautiful replay by Sean Mathis. That's Nick Hewitt.
Nick Hewitt reached in there and popped that ball out. Great job by Nick, and we recover it there on their 22-yard line. Great opportunity right here for Greenbrier to go ahead and step on them while they got him down.
That's going to be a great opportunity to really build even more momentum than we already have. And Matt, I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. I think the moon's helping us tonight.
Well, one thing, we talked pregame. You asked me what I thought, and I told you I thought we'd win by 9, and you said, I believe, 14. If we can keep up what we're doing right here, I think you're going to cover your spread there.
I would hope so. I didn't put any money on it. Cooper Wilcox takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the gut. Not much room to go. But the offensive lineman pushing the pile again, and he's going to pick up 3 instead of only just 1.
Yeah, like we've been saying, even when nothing's there, we still pick up a couple yards. And, that's just – it just does so much for your next play, your second, your third downs, when you don't have to go 10, 12.
Cooper Wilcox is the orchestrator of the offense tonight. He's going to take the snap, looking to the left. It's a beautiful throw, beautiful catch, touchdown, Greenbrier Panthers. Thatcher Strack with the reception after a beautiful route ran and a beautiful toss by Cooper Wilcox. Couldn't ask for a better throw.
Thatcher ran a great route right there. That was one thing last week we struggled with getting receivers open. Thatcher ran a great route right there, and found himself open. Cooper made a great throw over his shoulder in the end zone.
Just a beautiful play. We've ran that a lot with Jacob Mathis this season, and it's good to see other players are able to step up and do it, as it's a good snap, good hold, good kick. It's going to be 28-7 in favor of our Greenbrier Panthers. We're going to take a really quick timeout. We'll be right back.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
And we're back here in Greenbrier. If you're just joining us, you've joined a great game. Greenbrier's up 28-7 over the Clarksville Panthers with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to go before halftime.
Talon, last week, one of the few bright spots we had was Thatcher. Thatcher probably played as well as anybody on the football team, and he had a lot of good catches, and even on defense, I think he had a pick. But it's great to see him create some space and find the end zone right there.
The guys upstairs went to the moon.
Have another good shot of the moon there. It's a full moon in Greenbrier.
I don't know whether he did it on purpose or not.
It's a big kick, even bigger than the last one. It's going to bounce high, and he's gonna pick it up and try and run with it. Block in the back, big flag, and it's a tackle on the 5-yard line. Wow.
That was Riddle, wasn't it? Number 4. Oh, no, 84. That's Gabe. That Gabe Rowe. I'm glad to see him get up because he did get nailed square in the back running full speed.
Those are the worst. I mean, it's one thing whenever it's a football play, and it's another whenever it's just dirty.
That was a great kick there by Cody, and they made the decision, which I was going to say the poor decision to pick it up, but
very poor decision.
Well, he's in a situation right there where if it doesn't go in the end zone, he's really in a bind.
Yeah, this is true. And
well, we're going to have a
why that was such a great play was because of the great kick from Cody Powell.
Right.
Yet again,
that's right.
Another great play by Cody Powell.
He got under it and got the distance in that one and got the corner.
Clarksville's going to come out backed up on their own 3-yard line. There's going to be 3 minutes and 47 seconds left here to play in the second quarter. Greenbrier looking good. It's going to be handed off to the right side. Run to the right side. Trey Havens said, "Give me the football. I'm scoring a touchdown."
He took the ball away from that kid.
He didn't care if he was on offense or defense. A beautiful strip there by Trey Havens, and he plunges into the end zone for another Greenbrier Panther touchdown. It's going to make it 34-7 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Talk about a Sports Center highlight. I mean, you don't see plays like that in high school very often. Trey, not only was he about to make a great tackle for no gain, he just took the ball away from him, took 2 steps and scored.
Wow, what a beautiful play there from the Greenbrier defense. Another fumble recovery. You know what we say is a fumble, but that's just a strip. Noah Hogan takes a snap. Hold is good. Kick is up. Kick is good. Greenbrier is going to be on top now, 35-7 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to play here before the half. And we're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back. We're back here in Greenbrier as Coach Flake just told everyone in attendance tonight that Greenbrier is on top by 28 points. Right now, as it's 3 minutes and 42 seconds away from halftime, Greenbrier has played some of the best football we've seen all season long.
You know, last week, not to take anything away from Royalton, but it just seemed like we just weren't there. I mean,
no,
we just did not play well.
A high-flying kick, and this one's actually going to bounce into the end zone, and he's not going to even try to make a play on it that time. I'm sure you got chewed out on the sideline a little bit.
But, I mean, it's a tough deal.
It did bounce straight up.
It did, and, right there, he was fortunate that it bounced straight in the end zone, but you don't know that's going to happen.
No, and for example, down here, I mean, it bounced up earlier for Cody Powell, and it slowly rolled into the end zone. I mean, if he places it on the 8 instead of the 3, that's going to land on the 1 yard line. That's not going to the end zone.
Right. We'll get it on the 20 right here, and we'll take that all day long.
So Clarksville not shying away from what works for them. It's going to be a fake handoff to the right, but they're going to run it to the right. Plenty of open room. Thatcher Strag going to try and make a play. Trips him up about the 50-yard line, but he's going to get out to about the 47. Good open field tackle by Thatcher Strag.
As soon as he took off, I saw it looked like he was going to have some room there, and he did and had plenty of lead blockers out there. Thatcher made a great play in open field there. The guy made a cut, and Thacker was able to just trip him up.
Clarksville looks like they might be trying to hurry it just a little bit more.
Do what?
They snap the ball. They're going to run it to the left. Greenbrier's going to be there, and they're going to wrap him up and take him down, trying to fight for that football.
Yeah, they just keep trying to strip. And, hey, it worked last series. If you keep pounding on them and keep stripping, eventually one of them's going to pop out.
It's going to be second and about 8 yards to go for the Clarksville Panthers. There's 2 minutes and about 50 seconds left here in the second quarter.
I have a feeling, obviously they want to score, but the last thing they want to do right now is give the ball back to this offense the way they're playing.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 now. Clarksville lined up in their tight bunch. They're going to run the ball just up the gut, try and power through for a couple yards, and Jeremy Parker is there on the tackle.
Good run there by Alvarez. Was able to get behind his lead blocker and just kind of ride him into the middle of the field and picked up about 4 yards there. But we're going to have a 3rd and 5, an opportunity to maybe force another 4th down.
There's going to be 2 minutes left here to play in the half. Greenbrier is going to be looking mighty good going into the locker room. They're up 35-7. 3rd and 5 now for Clarksville. Snap goes to the left side. Man running it behind his others, and he's going to get out to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down for Clarksville.
That was a good play call right there by their offense and a good execution by their offensive line and the running backs. What they do and what they're good at is they just get in your way.
Clarksville has an injured player now. He's going to hobble off. He'll hobble back to the huddle. Wow. Now he'll hobble off. We have 1 minute and 35 seconds left here to play in the second quarter. Clarksville wants to score, but they also don't want to give the ball back. Snap is taken, running to the right side. Going to cut it back to the left. He's going to pick up about 3 yards.
Defense did a great job closing in right there and keeping from getting more than he did. He picked up about 3 there, but we did a good job of not giving up more because there was a little bit of open space up front there. They had a good push off the line, but linebackers closed quick and was able to stop him for, like I say, about 3 yards.
It's going to bring up 2nd and about 7. That was Griffin Barnett on the tackle. We have about 50 seconds left here before the half. It's going to be a pass play. Greenbrier getting in the backfield, trying to get to the man. It's going to be thrown up, and Trey Havens, none other, makes a play on the ball and just swats it away. Great play by the safety, Trey Havens.
Yeah, Trey did a great job of blocking off that receiver in the end zone and keeping him from able to get his hands on the ball. Trey got his hand in there and just knocked it down. They're running. This offense they run, it eats up clock, and they don't have time right now. They're having to do what they're not comfortable with, and that's throwing the football. So we do a real good job of covering downfield. So hopefully we'll see that right here and able to force the turnover and go in 35-7 at the half.
Clarksville's going to have a tight trips to the right. Flags are on the field. Busted play. Throws it up. And it's dropped straight through the hands of the Clarksville Panthers.
I wonder if maybe they had a receiver covered up, and that's what this call is. It's going to be that probably, or maybe if possibly line up in the – now they're talking to us, so it's not on our defense. I'm going to guess that they probably had a man covered up, illegal man downfield.
Well, so they've already had, what is this, their third or fourth illegal formation penalty? And have they all come out of the spread that they ran?
I would imagine so, because more than likely, they're not going to probably run into that very much in their bread and butter single wing. It's when they get those receivers out and get one of them covered up that's not supposed to be, and he goes downfield.
So now it's going to be 4th and about 6 for Clarksville with 33 seconds left here to play in the half. It took Trey Havens 2 seconds to score on the other end on defense. So any time left on the clock would be good for Greenbrier, as they'll have a big 4th down play to try and make a stop. Tight bunch to the right. Quick snap. Quarterback's rolling right. Looks left. Throws it up. It's caught by a Clarksville receiver. He's going to lunge, and he's going to get down at about the 13, 14-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great catch right there. They're going to move the chain, give them an opportunity to at least a breath of life to try to do something on first down here, but they've got 24 seconds left. Looks like they're going to probably take a timeout here to talk about it.
And we'll take it with them. We'll be right back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, and Steak and Shake.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back with the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. Thank you for joining us here in Greenbrier. There's 24 seconds left, and Clarksville now has a 1st and 10. They're going to try and desperately score here to try and go into halftime with a 35-14 score. As they're going to run the spread. Quarterback's going to scramble. He's going to step up and throw it. It is intercepted by Dawson Spencer in the end zone. Touchback. Greenbrier is going to have 1st and 10 with 17 seconds left to play.
Well, Dawson made a great read right there. As soon as that ball was thrown, Dawson broke on it. And it was a great play. Threw it right to him.
He was all on top of it, reading the quarterback's eyes. And so now Greenbrier has 17 seconds. Do we go to halftime or do we try and score?
We're going to probably just go in and take this 35-7 lead.
Carl's back behind me saying throw a wheel route, and I'm kind of with Carl.
Yeah. Hey.
We've been looking like the Mississippi State offense tonight. I kind of want to keep it up.
Well, hopefully tomorrow that won't be the same offense.
Hopefully. Greenbrier's going to come out. Cooper Wilcox at quarterback. Trey Havens at running back. J.P. Engelkiss in the slot. It's going to be a quick snap, ran to the right side. Trey Havens trying to find somewhere to go. He's going to have a little bit of room. He's going to keep going, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 37. I was trying to see if they might throw a late hit there, but It looked like he kind of got tripped up a little bit.
Yeah, kind of a continuation tackle there.
Yeah.
The coaches are over there going, don't run out of bounds. And Trey even took that step back in to try to keep from going out of bounds, but the tackle just kind of carried him that way.
So now 8 seconds left for the Panthers as they have 1st and 10 again. Same group. Cooper watches the clock. He's going to take the snap. He's going to throw the football. He's got a man open downfield. He launches the ball deep. It's Carter McElhaney. He caught the ball. He caught the ball. He's at a 10-5. Touchdown, Panthers. Greenbrier's going to put 6 more on the board right before the half, and everyone in the audience tonight is on their feet. What a great play.
Look at this replay. Thatcher just goes up there and gets it. The D-back jumped up and then kind of gave up like it was over. Thatcher's there to pick it up. Of course, when he gets the ball, he's gone. Probably the fastest kid in the team, one of the fastest in the conference.
Was that Thatcher or Carter McElhaney?
I'm sorry, that was Carter. I'm sorry if I said that.
Yeah,
that was Carter.
Yeah,
that was Carter. I was thinking Carter, but I might have said Thatcher. But yeah, Carter. He's like I say, he's one of the fastest kids in the conference and probably the fastest on the team.
Offsides. Kick is up, and it's going to be good.
Is that on us or them?
It's going to be on Clarksville. We'll have a little re-kick here, and if Cody Powell continues to be as excellent as he has been all night, Greenbrier's going to have a 35-point lead going into halftime.
What a throw on the dime there by Cooper Wilcox.
Mercy, beautiful throw.
We saw that we could see the whole field up here, so we saw a little separation there that Carter had. Of course, especially with his speed, once he's got that separation, he's going to be open. And Cooper just put it on a dime.
Good hold. Kick is up, and kick is good. Oh, we got a little push and shove here. Greenbrier's going to retaliate. And it's going to be 15 tagged on to the kickoff whenever we come back.
I guess it'll be after the halftime because it's 0 seconds on the clock right here.
They'll drop Greenbrier back 15 yards, but I don't think that's going to be much of an issue with the kicking game we've had tonight. We'll wait to see what the call is.
So at halftime, we're 42-7 Panthers, Greenbrier Panthers. We got a special guest here we're going to talk to real quick. We're going to get him on the mic here. Sorry there, we had to get some mic swapped over here, but we've got Greenbrier's own Steak and Shake owner, Colt's Quick Draw owner, Colt Harmon. Colt, glad you're here tonight with us.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. Man, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, this team looks like a different team this week.
Oh, man, you got that right. I mean, last week just nothing seemed to go right. But, I mean, what a great night to be on the halftime show.
I mean, it may be. What did those boys have to eat before the game, Matt?
I think what the difference is, last week they didn't eat Steak and Shake.
Right.
But this week they did.
Right. They got some steak burgers in them.
I was going to ask you, what did you feed them?
Let's see here. We fed them about 40 steak burgers and fries. We had some so for the linemen. I don't know if they got majority of those burgers or not. They're pushing the line of scrimmage tonight, but we had some salads. Triple requested some chicken salads, so we did that.
Some of those guys that have those nervous stomachs, they might have needed something a little lighter. So tell me, you're from Greenbrier. You grew up here, and I didn't. But I appreciate because I see on Facebook and things you're doing in the community, and people are so receptive to it because they know you and they know how much you care about this community. Tell us a little bit of some of the things you got going on right now.
Yeah, Matt. I mean, like you said, born and raised here, been here all my life. Kids here now too, so yeah, it's the Greenbrier community is big time for me and my family, and it's always great to be involved. And these times right now, they're pretty hard. COVID's hit a lot of people hard, and I told my wife when this hit, we didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
And there was just dynamics of everything changed in the whole country, and so I told her, I was like, you know what? I said, if this is if this is the end, right, and let's just say if something happens, I'm going to go out doing the right thing.
Sure.
And that's helping the community. And during the time, it was towards the end of school year, before school let out, we did over $10,000 worth of meals and meal vouchers. Sorry about that. That was donated to the kids at the community to make sure that they had that second meal besides the one that they get at school. And then recently we partnered with Laddie Daddies to help them kind of get their product put out there. They don't have a drive-through, Matt, so it's a little bit difficult for them to really push volume during this time, and and that's a big deal. So we partnered with them and got some cookies in the community.
So tell me, how many cookies did we end up selling?
We sold 1,700.
That is incredible. It says a lot about you, Colt, but it also says a lot about this community. People to come out in a community of around 5,000 people, come out and buy 1,700 cookies in one day.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
We were, we had the manager group chat going the night before. And I really just was sitting there, and Miss Connie put it out there, and I was like, you know what, we can step up and we can help them. And I told my managers, I said, look, I really anticipate this community coming together, and I think that there's going to be a big turnout. And so she originally brought 1,000, and so she brought 1,000 cookies, and so I got there early and got the cookies from her, and I told her, I said, Connie, I think you're going to have to make some more cookies. Well, while she was there, we opened right away, and then first person comes to drive-through. Yeah, I want 36 of them. So
good on her for making 700 cookies in a day.
She said, so then I texted her. I was texting her, thought, hey, make 300 more, make 100 more.
Oh, my goodness. What kind of cookies were they?
She gave us a variety of them, man. She gave us a bunch. There was like a couple different no-bakes and then triple chocolate chip. Yeah. And then she did like a butterscotch in there. Man, they're good.
Hey, I'm very familiar with the desserts at Laddie, including the cookies. Hey, and let me tell you, you mentioned about the schools and the vouchers. That was one of the big things we heard on the news, on the radio, in the media about the school closings and things, is how many kids in the state of Arkansas rely on that meal from the schools.
Man, a lot. I mean, we can't even count,
right.
And I've got, my mother's an educator here in Greenbrier, and, I've got a lot of friends that are educators, and, that's, when we're talking to each other just privately, it's like, what, a lot of kids are affected by this.
Absolutely.
And they, they rely on it. And so to be able to make sure that they, that they had another meal, every night for the week, that was a big deal for us. And, I didn't set a limit on it or anything. I just said, hey, look, however many households, we'll coordinate with the school. Here's the vouchers, drop them off. And, it was the best turnout ever. And, we're just, after 2 weeks of doing it, we just had vouchers on vouchers on vouchers, and we're sitting there adding it up and like, okay, a lot of kids got fed. That's.
And I've heard the statistic that 1 in 10 kids in the state of Arkansas go to bed hungry at night. And, you think that week or that however long those vouchers lasted, those are meals, those are kids that didn't go to bed hungry that day.
For sure.
And it says so much about you and your business that it would have been a great thing to do when business was normal.
Right.
But when you got a situation where every day you're listening to hear what the governor says and see if you're going to even be open the next day.
Right.
And so it just says a lot. And I really appreciate what you do, Colt. Before we move on to our next part of the Vision Roofing halftime show, tell us a little bit about you've got some changes y'all have made in the restaurant.
Yes. So we were actually, believe it or not, little old town in Greenbrier, Arkansas. We were the first franchisee location to incorporate their new prototype that they had came out with, and they had been working on, the brand had been working on it prior to COVID. And COVID just was the perfect time to roll it out. And what it is it's made us faster, it's made us more efficient. And so you went through the drive-thru the other day, and I handed you your food, and we had a 45-second total time on you. And I said, hey, you
tell them it was 45 seconds.
45 seconds. And so, but it's allowed us to put a lot more emphasis on the production aspect of it. And in that return, when we're putting the emphasis on that, it's easier for us to provide great customer service because customers are getting everything. They're getting it fast and efficient, and that's what they want.
Well, to be able to get fresh food,
right,
that's hot at that quick. You know, how many times do you go through a place in Conway or Little Rock or somewhere, and you go through the drive-thru and you're there 15, 20 minutes,
right?
And you don't have time.
Right.
The reason you went there was because you needed to go.
Right. Now in the beginning, we were a little bit slower, but we've hit our stride. And I've got a great staff, that works in that restaurant. Morgan Taylor, she's came over, and I had to poach her away, and man, she's been a blessing to us, and she's really brought a lot to the table. And there was an article that was just wrote about COVID and drive-through times, and so KFC, believe it or not, had the fastest average drive-through time in the United States at just under 5 minutes total. That's from the time you order till the time you get your food. And so for us to be pushing I think last week our total time averaged under 4 minutes. So to be pushing a cook-to-order product at a total time of under 4 minutes, that says a lot about our staff. And I don't think a lot of people really understand what goes into that speed aspect of the restaurant.
Well, I can tell you in my 45 seconds of wait, I ended up with a perfectly made burger and fries that were hot and delicious.
Well, I appreciate that, and like I said, I appreciate everybody out there listening that's patronized us, especially during this time. And going back to the community involvement, we do 3% of our sales go back into the community.
That's awesome, man.
And so it's been something that we're really proud of. And so anytime you come to us and you patronize us, you're not just helping. A business, but you're also putting that money back into the community as well. And so, that's something that we're very, very, very proud of, and we're going to continue to do as long as we're here.
Well, I think we're out of time right now. We need to listen to the band a little bit so everybody at home can get a part of that as well. But, hey, great night. It's homecoming to have a hometown guy come in and talk to us a little bit. We appreciate what you do, and we're so thankful you came on with us tonight.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now let's go to the band for just a few minutes. Then we'll hear from our sponsors and come back and get some stats and get prepared for the second half. You're listening to the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network.
And now, Panther fans, on your feet for the GHS fight song.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
When homemade is too good to keep at home. Helping Arkansas business do business. Making better happen with First Security.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing, they have the vision to see you through. The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, and Steak and Shake.
And we're back in the little slice of Arkansas we call Greenbrier. Glad to be here tonight. Man, what a beautiful night it is. We had the beautiful moonrise, as it's called. It was orange, and now it's cleared up to its natural color, natural form. And I'm joined by Carl Spears, the man, the myth, the legend, as they call him.
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing good, Carl. It's been a good week. I had a lot of tests at school, but I made it to Friday, and I'm calling a football game. You can't ask for anything better than that.
I do not miss that at all, my man. So I've been through that. So I put my time in, but it's over with. So have fun doing all that kind of stuff. But, man, what a first half.
Man, the Greenbrier Panthers just
where
lights out.
I was sitting over there, and I was just sitting thinking to myself, where has this team been the last, 3 ball games, I guess? I mean, my goodness. But I can tell you this, sitting there, and I know you guys are up here calling the game, but you don't see it. But, man, these coaches tonight are in this ball game. Coach Tribble is running up and down the sideline. He is fired up. The defensive coaches, everybody that's out there, it's just a different, I think, mentality that the coaches have, and I think it's feeding down to the kids right now, and they're playing lights out, especially the quarterback. Oh, my gosh, Cooper is he's on it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't say it any better. We were talking, Matt and I, during the game about some of the things that this Greenbrier team has looked different on, and they've just they've smarter, just more intelligent. They've looked quicker, more motivated. I mean, there's so many aspects of their game that they've just lifted up in the last 7 days after a tough loss. And, I mean, they're playing lights out at the speed of light tonight.
Yeah, and, you know, speaking of speed of light, I don't know if you guys have picked up on it or not, but they're wearing wristbands tonight.
Yes.
And, you know, and sometimes you can see when they implement it because they go in a hurry. Then I noticed a couple times that they got up there and snapped the football, and Clarksville wasn't even ready.
No, yeah.
And so, you know, putting that part into the package on the offense has definitely helped out as well. And, man, they, you know, they played well. They've had turnovers. Defense has kind of shut down this funky offense of Clarksville. But, you know, just heads off to the coaches of getting these guys ready to play.
So we'll go over a quick few stats brought to us by Greenbrier Pharmacy. You know, the Panthers have 11 first downs as compared to Clarksville's 10. That's pretty neck and neck, but Greenbrier feels like has gotten bigger plays as Greenbrier's rushing yard total is a 154 and Clarksville's is 115. We'll go down to the pass completions, and Greenbrier has passed 8 times and had 7 completions. Clarksville 9 times with 4 completions. And this is where the things get a little bit different. The passing yards for Greenbrier is 149 as compared to the 15 for Clarksville. Greenbrier no interceptions as our quarterback tonight has been throwing lights out. And then the 1 interception from Clarksville at the end of the quarter that led to the beautiful touchdown, which was just
that was
gorgeous.
Well, and you guys were sitting here, you know, we're going to take a knee. Man, no, I could tell.
I was with you.
I could tell the way the coaches were acting that they were not going to take a knee. They wanted to score right there, and they want this game so bad. And I'm so happy that they threw it up. Carter McElhaney made a heck of a play. You know, Cooper dropped it in there. You know, Carter's got right now, he's got 2 catches for 62 yards. You know, and then Reed Nixon, he's got 2 for 40. Thatcher's got 1 for 20, and then J.P. Engelkiss has got 1 for 15. And then you got Trey Havens, who's just absolutely playing lights out on both sides of the ball right now. I didn't even see what happened down here on the end zone. Did he just strip the ball out of that guy's hands? I couldn't see down here when he scored.
I mean, he just took it. He took the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that was awesome.
It was like it was a Cooper Wilcox handoff.
Yeah, I mean, that was a thing of beauty right there, and that just got really everybody fired up more and more when that took place. But, man, I've been impressed. I've been impressed with the whole team tonight, and like I said, the coaches are into it, and I don't see them letting up whatsoever.
You know, everyone's bought in. They had a tough, humbling week last week, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it was – the coaches probably had that conversation. Guys, if we don't turn around this week, our season's done.
Yeah.
We got to play this year, after a crazy offseason.
And you knew they could play. They just haven't done it yet. So, but anyway, so it looks like they're going to get ready to kick off. So I'm gonna dip out of here and let Matt get back in here, and y'all do y'all's thing, and hopefully we can put up another 42 points. Man, that'd be something, wouldn't it? So
absolutely. And Carl, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you for joining us here.
You bet. I figured out y'all just need to call me the bathroom man, because when I come in here, one of y'all dip out to the bathroom. That's what I'm for. That's all y'all do. Y'all just use me for the bathroom. Isn't that right?
We just need a little tinkle break. It's just a little tinkle break.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one, man. I'm out.
Thanks, Carl. So, right before the half, we talked about a little Greenbrier retaliation on the extra point. Flags were thrown, and, of course, whoever is the man who throws the punches second is the man who gets the flag thrown no matter what the first guy did. So Greenbrier got the penalty. Not saying it wasn't deserved. There was some pushing and shoving. So after the penalty, that's going to back Greenbrier up 15 yards, but I don't see how that's going to be a problem because Cody Powell's been lights out all night long. He's been just as solid as the rest of this Greenbrier Panther football team. He's been kicking the ball so well, just so accurately, and we're going to run a quick commercial, and we'll be back with the Greenbrier Panther Sports Network.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2, Dance Center, and Steak and Shake.
We're back in the great state of Arkansas as the Greenbrier Panthers have been backed up about 15 yards after an unsportsmanlike after the halftime. Tensions are high for Clarksville and Greenbrier both. The Greenbrier has just been amazing. No other way to put it.
I tell you what, Talon, it's been a lot of fun. I just, as everybody knows, I just went to the restroom while Carr stepped in, and Stuart Wilcock asked me. He said, "How's the broadcast going?" I said, "Man, it's going really well." I said, "I'll tell you, it's easy when it's like this."
Yeah, the past few weeks have been tough, especially with the Panthers just not looking like themselves.
Yeah, that whole deal with players being out with the quarantine hurt us, and then we were off a week, and then we just didn't play good last week. And high school teams, teenagers, sometimes that happens.
Cody Powell, a high-flying kick, is going to land on the 20-yard line. Clarksville's going to have an opportunity to bring it out, and they will to about the 42. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Clarksville on the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good return there by the Panthers, the Red Panthers, to get a little field position.
Red pill, blue pill, is that
yeah.
what it is?
Yeah. Let's see these big boys from the Greenbrier side come out here and get the ball back and create some more excitement.
That was one thing we didn't we talked about one of the turnovers that happened, but Greenbrier's leading the turnover battle 3-0 right now.
Yeah.
Clarksville staying with their tie bunch. It's going to be a snap and a run up the gut. They're going to bounce it out to the right side. A couple of Panthers are there after a pickup of about 8.
Yeah, there wasn't much. He tried to go up the middle. There wasn't much there. Bounced it outside. Got a great block on Trey there by that other back, and was able to give his guy a little room to get outside and pick up about 8 yards right there.
It's going to be 2nd and about 2 now for the Clarksville Panthers.
Did we have a turnover in the first half?
What?
Did we have a turnover in the first half?
No, we did not. I thought you were saying, did we get?
No, we did. We did do that.
It's going to be a fake little reverse, but they're going to keep it and run to the left. 1st down and more. He's going to hit the 30-yard line. He's still going down to the 20, and Tanner Collins almost strips the ball
out,
again.
That's a big run for Clarksville right there. They picked up 35 yards on that run. Just couldn't make the tackle. We had 2 or 3 guys hit him, and Tanner finally, closed in on him there, ran him down, and like you say, almost stripped the ball out.
So what Greenbrier doesn't need to do now is get it sleepy and just fall asleep at the wheel.
That's right.
Clarksville will have a 1st and 10 now on the 20-yard line. Everyone's lined up and ready to go. Snap is taken. A little trickery. They're going to pass it off to the left side. Running back stays on his feet, goes out about the 7-yard line after being knocked around a little bit.
I tell you what, that little misdirection, counter, reverse, they just ran right there. You talk about you say something about them. I mean, that's discipline right there to be able to do that without fumbling or doing something crazy.
1st and goal now for Clarksville. They're going to run it up the gut, and they're going to get into the end zone practically untouched. It's a touchdown for Clarksville. They're going to score in just under 2 minutes here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, and it's going to be 42 for the Greenbrier Panthers and now 13 for the visiting Panthers.
Yeah, there was a hole you could drive a truck through right there. I don't know if we maybe had a little miscommunication right there on assignment, but they definitely had plenty of room to run the ball in the end zone.
Really, no matter what it is, that's not exactly what you want to see coming back from the break there, as the kick is up and good for Clarksville.
Yeah, you definitely don't want your guys coming out, playing like the game's over.
Yeah, because it's not. I mean, we put 42 up in a half. What says that they can't do the same?
Right. That's right. And I don't think our players are going to do that, and I don't think that's what happened right there,
And I'm sure Clarksville came out kind of upset about what happened in the first half. So
and that says a lot about them coming out, not hanging their heads, ready to go back to West Arkansas there, and coming out and down 35 points and playing ball.
So if I'm the special teams coach, I'm sending out more of the hands team, as we've already lost one onside kick earlier on in the game. I'm going to want to ensure that we don't do the same, as I would expect that to be their style of special teams.
Well, when you're down 28 points, and you've already had a successful one, you would think that it would at least be an option.
Greenbrier's still going to stay a little bunched up, watching the ball tightly. It's going to be an onside kick to the opposite side. It's not going to go 10 yards. Or is it? Nope, it won't. They grab it before it goes 10. Man, I'm sorry, but I think you got to bunch everyone up and tell them to. Because, that almost went 10.
Yeah,
just right at it.
It's, when we were talking about this earlier, Sean was talking about it. It's kind of like an infielder taking the ground ball.
Yeah.
You don't sit back and wait on it. And, obviously you want to make sure it's going to go 10 yards before you run up there and touch it. But you got to go get that thing that way. Because when you sit back on it, all you're doing is you're giving them time to get there.
So there's going to be 10 minutes and 15 seconds here. Greenbrier's going to take over. 1st and 10 now from the 48-yard line.
Yeah.
Cooper Wilcox takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the gut. I believe that's Trey Havens staying on his feet. He's going to pick up 5.
Great run by Trey right there. Sean made a good point. How big is that touchdown before the half? At the time, it just seemed like we were kind of piling on. But now, we're still up 4 scores after they come out and drive down and score.
Yeah. And so it's actually Dawson Spencer who's back at running back now for the Panthers. It's going to be another quick snap and another handoff up the gut to Dawson Spencer. He's going to lunge forward. He'll pick up 3. It's going to bring up now 3rd and about 2 for the Panthers.
Dawson's doing a good job running the football. There's not a big, we talk about Trey and we talk about Nick. They're, not really losing a step when you go from one to the other. It's the same, when you see Dawson out there, he runs the ball hard too.
Greenbrier slowing it down just a little bit. Not a major rush for the Panthers.
We just need to pick up this first down.
It's going to be a handoff up the gut again. Dawson Spencer's going to find a little bit more room this time. He's going to hit the right side.
Flag came in from that defensive back, Judge. I kind of want to think if maybe it wasn't a face mask because he threw it towards where the tackle was.
There were a handful of players down.
Yep, face mask.
Cooper Wilcox helps up an injured Clarksville Panther.
That's a personal foul there.
Greenbrier had enough for the first down, but they're going to get 15 after.
More. We'll certainly take that.
Golly, that's a long 15. Okay, he took two steps too far.
It's a spot foul, and he already had the first down, so it was a big gain.
Moving quick too.
Cooper Wilcox telling him it's a pistol formation. It's going to be a snap and a handoff to the left. Dawson Spencer trying to find somewhere to go. Stiff arms a guy and moves forward with him after he picks up about 5 yards for the Panthers.
And you'll take that all day long. That was a good, tough run right there. Didn't get in a hurry and outrun his blockers. He just stayed patient. And, there wasn't a lot. It didn't seem like there was a lot there, but he just was patient and picked up that 3 or 4, You'll take that all day long, especially in a position where you can eat up as much clock as you possibly can.
8 minutes and about 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's 42-14 in favor of your Greenbrier Panthers. Greenbrier not rushing the offense. Cooper Wilcox takes the snap. Thought I saw an early movement. Maybe not. Dawson Spencer takes off on the right side. He's going to pick up 7. I thought I saw him move a little early.
Seemed like he might be leaning a little bit. I tell you what, though, there was a hole you could drive a truck through right there. I see Gabe Rowe on the sideline there with his pads off. He's the one that got hit in the back earlier. Looks like he might be out for the game. Hopefully it's just something that's nagging him and nothing serious.
Hopefully so. We'll hope the best for that young man, as he took a hard blow to the back on a kick return that we ended up stripping and scoring a touchdown on 2 seconds later. Cooper Wilcox is going to take the snap. It's going to be handoff up the gut. Dawson Spencer is going to hit the right hole, bounce back to the left, hurdles the lineman, and he's going to pick up 10. Athletic play from Dawson Spencer. Quick thinking.
You know, I was just talking about the patience that Dawson had on that last run. Right there, same thing. He gets in the middle there, kind of a pile there, but he just stays behind his lead blocker. It looked like he jumped over a defender on the ground.
Well, I think it was our own offensive lineman that ended up down on the ground that he jumped over.
It was a great run, though, and we're inside the 10-yard line in the red zone.
Cooper Wilcox is still out orchestrating Greenbrier's offense. He's going to throw J.P. Inglicus in the slot. Greenbrier takes the snap. He rolls to his right, trying to find a man in the middle of the field, and he does. Touchdown, Greenbrier Panthers. That's Carter McElhaney. I believe that's his second tonight.
That is the second one for Carter. Great job of getting open there in the end zone, and a good job by Cooper to find him there wide open and make a bullet right there, hit him in the chest.
And Greenbrier is piling on the points here in John Hawks Memorial Field.
You know, I talked before the game about how, this is a great opportunity for these guys as a receiving corps for somebody to step up and be that leader. And let me tell you, Carter's got the ability to do it, and right now it seems like he's up for the task.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. And Greenbrier's going to put one more on the board after a great kick from Cody Powell. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back in Greenbrier tonight. It's a beautiful night in the great state of Arkansas, as I've said plenty of times, and I just want to keep saying, because it's not many nights in Arkansas that we get this great of weather. It's either too hot or too cold.
Yeah. I want to say something about the discipline of this football team. Each week we see a different team that we play, and with all the COVID restrictions and the social distancing, I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, a team that we played. They were all bunched up, and every week our guys are sitting on their buckets. Mm-hmm. And the guys that aren't on the field, they're on their buckets. And that just says a lot about the discipline and the respect they have for their coaches that they're doing, and that the coaches demand it.
Yeah. Cody Powell's going to line up to kick. It's going to be a high flyer, and it's going to be deep. And they're going to let it go, but then they're going to go back and get it. A miscommunication. They're going to bounce it out, and they're going to be met by a bunch of Panthers. And they'll get out to the 10-yard line, a generous spot.
Yeah, that was a generous spot. It looked like he didn't get that far. But, hey, pinned him back on the 10-yard line. Great kick by Cody again. And, that's what we were talking about in the first half. You think, well, you got to let that go in the end zone. But when it bounces straight up like that, you've got to go get it.
You don't normally see a highlight reel full of kickoffs. But if I'm Cody Powell, as soon as I get home tonight after eating a huge meal, I'm making a huge highlight reel of all the perfect kickoffs I've had all night long. Clarksville will come out with 6 minutes and 6 seconds left here to play in the third quarter.
Let's get this defense back rolling like it was first half.
It's going to be a handoff to the left side, cut it back up to the middle. Won't get much, maybe two.
Yeah, not much at all there. Guys did a good job of filling the gaps, flying to the ball, and meeting them there pretty much just after the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Parker's name called there again on the tackle. He's like I say, he's kind of having a breakout night tonight, Talon.
He is, and, we talked early in the season in our scrimmages about how that's a name we expect to call a lot this season, and over our last few games, with him being out, I believe, 1 week, and then we have a bye week, and it's just we haven't heard his name a lot, and tonight we've gotten to hear his name a good bit, and that's really nice to see him doing well.
Yeah, we'll have a flag.
False start on Clarksville. That's going to back Clarksville up 5 yards closer to their goal line.
Yep, that's going to bring them just past the initial first down mark.
It's going to now be a long 2nd and 12 for Clarksville.
You know, and that's what we got to keep doing on defense. We got to keep pinning them back, keep those 3rd and longs going, get this offense back on the field.
5 minutes and 11 seconds. Clarksville runs to the left side, and he's going to stay on his feet and pick up plenty as Trey Havens is going to come in and make sure that he gets down on the ground. That was Austin Duvall.
Yeah, that was Jacob Buckner right there on the run for Clarksville. He did a great job. I mean, we thought we had him down. He popped back up. He's going. Looked a lot like Trey Havens running the football there.
I see Noah Hogan on the sideline putting his helmet on and warming his arm up. Be interested to see if we see him on this next Greenbrier possession. And hopefully Greenbrier can force Clarksville to punt on a short 3rd and 3 here. They're going to run the ball out to the left side. Greenbrier's going to meet him, but it looks like he's going to get a first down, and that's going to move the chains.
Yeah, that's Alvarez there again running outside. He's done that a few times tonight. He's able to pick up the first down. You know, one thing we talked about pregame and that hurt us last week, you know, sometimes your best defense is your offense. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is. If they're on the field long enough, they're going to give up points. And our offense has done a great job of keeping these defensive guys off the field, keeping them fresh when they go out.
Clarksville lines up in their tight bunch again. Little trickery play, a little spin move in the backfield. They're going to run out to the left side. They're going to pick up plenty. It's going to be a first down. And we have a man laying on the ground way back in the backfield.
Looks like Brandon Beck's down, but he gets back up. I think he's okay. He just
needed a second.
Took a hard fall there. You know, second half is when you start getting tired. That's when you start seeing, you know, tackling not quite as crisp, and we got to step up right here and make a play.
Clarksville's going to run it to the right side, then cut it back up into the gut, and they're going to pick up probably 3, maybe 4 yards.
Good job by the defense there on first down. You know, we give up a couple, but we don't give up that second level yardage.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. I think that was Jeremy Parker's name called again that made the tackle there.
Yeah, it was. He's going to come out and take a breather, kind of holding his arm a little bit. Yeah, he's been a big playmaker in this game tonight.
2 minutes and 48 seconds left here to play in the third quarter. Another trickery play, but they're going to take it up the gut. Trey Havens is going to meet the running back and pull him back, try and strip the ball. He wants another one.
Yeah, Trey's trying real hard to take that ball away. But, you know, Clarksville's doing a good job driving the ball downfield. You know, we talked about this before the game. That's something they're good at. We did a good job first half stopping them, slowing them down, forcing those 3rd and longs. But second half here, you know, they've been able to move the ball on us a little bit.
It's 1st and 10 now for Clarksville. They have the ball on 48-yard line. There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Greenbrier has a demanding lead of 49-14. Clarksville takes a snap, runs to the left, cuts it back up to the middle. He's going to pick up 4.
Yeah, when you see that running back pop out to the left there, you think, oh, we're going to be fine. You know, we'll have plenty of guys over there to spread it out wide and push him out of bounds. But he does a good job of kind of making his way through there and picking up what yardage is there.
1:40 left to play here in the third quarter now. It's going to be 2nd and about a long 5 for Clarksville. It's another snap up the gut. Plenty of room to run. Greenbrier's going to be there late again as they pick up 7 yards and a first down.
Just got a score update. Valonia's beating Farmington 14-6 in the third quarter right now.
14-6 in the third quarter.
Got a
Farmington?
tight one in Farmington. Well, you know, Farmington's played some good ball this year. Had the early season win over Springdale. I don't know what they did last week, but
I don't think they're in our conference this season. No, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Farmington was out last week due to COVID-19.
That's right. They were
It's
supposed to play
be
Harrison.
Direct snap to the right side. He's got plenty of room, but a great open field tackle made by Shannon Howard.
Harrison beating Alma right now, 42-6.
Alma's not very good, and Harrison should be pretty good this season. No surprise on that one.
Alma and Pea Ridge had a close one last week. I think Pea Ridge
came away with the win. Yeah, they did. They've had a good start in the 5A West. Pea Ridge has. This is going to be a snap and then a handoff to the backside. Plenty of room to run. Open field. And Preston Riddle's going to make the open field tackle. Great tackle in the backfield there.
Yeah, that was a great tackle. That play right there. They did a good job of on their fake. I mean, everybody kind of flowed with the line going to the left side of the field, and they reversed it back right, and there wasn't anybody there. And Preston was by himself out there in no man's land and was able to bring him down, keep him from scoring.
Clarksville's going to try and hurry it up, and they do. Same play again, going to the right. Greenbrier's going to be there, and that's no other than Trey Havens.
Good job by Trey right there to bring down that looks like that, but I think that's Buckner, one of the twins. You know, his brother's the one that's out this week.
Yes, and that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a Chef Lynn's quarter recap.
The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our sponsors: American Safeguard Insurance, First Security Bank, Old Bart Southern Eats, Ricochet Outdoors, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, and Steak and Shake.
And a Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
We're back in one of my favorite places on earth, Greenbrier, Arkansas. Born and raised, Matt.
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
You know, I heard you talking. You weren't born here. You were asking Colt a couple of questions, and then you started asking him about cookies, and I wondered why there were not any cookies in our press box tonight.
Well, to Colt's defense, those weren't their cookies.
This is true.
They come from Laddie Daddy's, and the other thing is that they sold out multiple times. They ended up selling 1,700 cookies that day, which is incredible.
Well, we may have to talk to Colt about getting us a few cookies at our next home game.
You're right. Well, we need to get Colt to bring us some Steak and Shake. Right.
Come on.
Looks like here in the fourth quarter we're going to get some younger guys in the ball game, let them get some reps. You know, they're going. I'm pretty sure we've got the mercy roll on, so the clock's probably going to continue to run. We'll get some of these young guys in there and let them get some playing time and get reps, so they'll be ready for future action.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, it's so important that they get in there, they get a feel for what it's like to play on a Friday night, be out on the field, get the play call. We'll see how they fare against this Clarksville offense, as it's a direct snap and it's a run up the gut, and he's going to run into the end zone untouched. It's going to take him 5 seconds to score here in the fourth quarter. But the clock's going to continue to run.
Yeah, it's going to run. They've got the mercy roll on, so they'll score. That's twice. They've twice in the second half now. They've had the ball twice, and they've ran down and scored touchdowns, 2 long drives. But we, you know, of course, in between those 2 long drives, Greenbrier's offense did what they've done all night. And we haven't punted, I don't believe, tonight.
No, we have not. And I believe we'll see Noah Hogan come out on the offensive end in this next drive. I saw him warming his arm up.
You know, we've not punted, and we've had no turnovers. And that's exactly what you want from your offense. I mean, you can't do any better than that. Score every time you touch the ball.
You know, I was talking earlier, and I said, you know what would make this night better is a win, and that's really what we're starting to look at here in Greenbrier, as Greenbrier has a 49-21 lead over the Clarksville Panthers.
Yeah, you know, after a loss last week and not knowing exactly what the conference is looking like, you know, seeing some scores tonight and what we've seen thus far in the season, kind of starting to get an idea of who's who in the conference. But, you know, this is a big win for us. And, you know, it puts us in a position with what we had to look forward to finish towards the top of the conference and, put us in great position going into the playoffs. Talon, are you going to watch the Hogs tomorrow?
Absolutely. The Home Depot gave me 4 days off in a row. Hopefully my boss isn't listening to this. And so I am going to have a couple of guys over, and we're going to watch college football. I got 4 TVs that I pulled together from all the family, and I'm just going to throw them up in the big bunk room we have and just watch all of the college football that the world has to offer tomorrow.
Hey, that was a free plug for Home Depot.
Of course I'll be socially distanced, and no other way to do it.
Oh, chip shot.
Chip shot there from the Clarksville Panthers. Carter McElhaney's going to pick it up.
That's Thacker, I believe.
Correction, Thatcher Strack. He's going to get out to about the 41-yard line on the return there.
How many times have I called Thatcher Thacker? It's because his last name's Strack. It's like a tongue twister.
It is, and it happens a lot. And I didn't correct you because, I just thought your tongue was getting tied.
Yeah, I mean, I know who Thatcher is. We talk about him every week, but I guarantee you, if I'm excited, especially on a play, I'm going to call him Thacker.
While we have a moment here, I want to promote our volleyball game that's coming up Monday night. I'll be on the scene with JB Brazil, and JB's going to be doing the play-by-play, and I'll be providing a little bit of color insight. Really, I feel like I'm there more for comedic relief. I don't know much about volleyball, especially compared to JB, who we're missing on the iPad this week.
I tell you what, I like to brag on JB because he does such a good job, but I'm not going to brag on him tonight because I'm mad at him because he stuck me up here with Sean.
Noah Hogan in at quarterback now. It's going to be a handoff up the gut, not going much of anywhere.
Looks like in the third quarter, Morton's beating P. Ridge 34-13.
P. Ridge is beating Morton?
No. Morton's beating
my
P.
bad.
Ridge 34.
I heard that incorrectly. I have, I go to the community college in Morrilton, and I have a lot of people who are going to that game tonight, and I told them to be safe on the drive. It's a long drive up there.
It is a long way to P. Ridge. We get to make that drive.
Yeah, yes. Noah Hogan back at quarterback, checking out the defense. Wants to make sure he knows what he's doing here. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to the left. It's going to be a quick throw out to Preston Riddle. He's going to have a great reception. He's going to pick up plenty of yards carrying people with him.
Oh, great job right there by Preston to get it open, and a perfect pass from Noah and a great run by Preston on the end there to pick up a first down.
And Mr. Riddle down in front of me is excited to see his son make the reception.
Oh, I bet Jeremy is excited. You know, there's nothing like seeing your kids be successcul.
I wouldn't know the feeling. I don't have any children.
Well, mine
yet,
are young. Mine are still really little, so I'm enjoying all the, the junior high and and then my little one's playing baseball right now in fall ball.
I see Sean cheering on Jacob from time to time, and he just gets so excited. It's really neat to see that energy out of Sean. And it's a quick handoff up the gut to number 10, Matthew Garrett. And they're going to try and push the pile and pick up a couple more. He's going to get about 5 yards.
Yeah, good job there by Garrett to run the ball hard. We've got several guys that can run the ball and run with intensity and low pad level. It's great to see. And he's kind of, he's
stocky.
He's like a bowling ball out there. I mean, he's a big kid.
I kind of wonder why we don't see him in Rhino set.
Well, we've just got so many options.
It's going to be second and about 5 for the Panthers.
He's a sophomore, and I feel pretty confident we'll be seeing a lot of him for him, in the future along with Dawson and Nick.
Noah Hogan orchestrating Greenbrier's offense this drive. He's going to take the snap, but it's going to be, I believe, delay of game.
No, I think. Oh yeah, it is. I thought we twitched there a little bit on the offensive line, but you're right. It is a delay game.
No, Hogan didn't quite get the snap off in time.
Another score update from around the state. Number 2, Little Rock Christian, taking on Whitehall, who's number 7 in the state tonight. And right now in the fourth quarter, Christian's up 38-7.
38-7. Wow, I was reading some Fearless Friday forums, and a lot of people on there were saying that Clarksville was beating us by 35 tonight, and that the rest of the 5A doesn't matter because PA is just so far and above all the other teams. It's going to be a quick handoff to the right side. Dawson Spencer going left and right, and he's going to pick up about 5. It'll be now 3rd and 5 for the Panthers.
I haven't seen Christian play this year, but I tell you, I've watched PA a little bit, and PA doesn't look to me as dominant as they've been in the past. Now, of course, their competition in preseason was, I say preseason, before conference was a lot of schools out of state were big power schools. So, that says a lot there. They're winning those games. But I think that they're, I'd be interested to see how they do come playoff time here in Arkansas.
It's interesting to me that we're allowing out-of-state competition. Noah Hogan takes the snap. It's a pass play. He's going to throw it quick to the left side, and it's Preston Riddle again on the reception. First down for the Greenbrier Panthers. Great throw from the quarterback. Even better reception from the wide receiver.
I'm going to tell you, Noah was getting hit by 2 defenders right when he threw that ball. And let me tell you, it probably says a lot about the time that he had while Cooper was out. But Noah did a great job throwing the football when he was at, those 2 weeks he played. And he's just accurate. I mean, he throws a good spiral. He hits receivers. It's pretty impressive when you've got 2 quarterbacks that can throw the football that well.
Yeah, absolutely. Those games where Noah had to step up earlier this season against Arkadelphia and Batesville, he did his best. Unfortunately, we lost both those games, but those are great competitors. And Noah Hogan's going to take the ball himself. He cuts it upfield and trucks over a Clarksville player, and he's going to pick up probably about 5.
I wonder if they're going to throw that. Preston did a good job blocking downfield, and that defender just kept pushing him back, and they called it late. It looked like a late. I don't know if he called a late hit or just unsportsmanlike conduct, and then we're going to get something else.
Someone's going to get ejected. That ref threw his flag twice. 76 is out. I can't imagine him staying in after getting 2 unsportsmanlikes on the same play.
Be interesting to hear what the call is on this. Okay, he's not the one that got the well, I say that. He's not the one I saw with the late hit there.
Can you walk off 2 unsportsmanlike conducts? No.
That may be why number 5's going out, though.
They can. They did.
Yeah.
It's 15 and then half.
Yeah, 15 and then half the distance to the goal. 76 is going to go home, too.
Man, that's got to be frustrating to be a Clarksville coach, and your players are doing that in this situation with just 5 minutes left in a mercy rule. Noah Hogan trying to figure out the defense. He's going to run the clock down. He's patient with it. Been solid on this drive tonight.
I'd like to see Preston get a touchdown.
It's going to be a handoff up the gut to number 37. I believe that's Andrew Hayer. He won't pick up much. I'd love to see Preston get a touchdown, too.
Yeah, Preston's made 2 great catches and picked up great yardage after the catch.
Quick slant? Is that what you said?
I seriously doubt we'll do that right here.
Holmes coming in.
Extra point.
Tied in.
No, I believe that Caleb – we were talking about Caleb Holmes coming in to play tight end, but I don't think that his number is allowed to be downfield for a pass. Some kind of weird rule. It's another handoff up the gut to Andrew Hare. He won't get much, and it's going to bring up now 3rd down. Because whenever Caleb Holmes did play tight end earlier in the year, I believe against BB, they had to switch him to a number in the 80s.
He was trying to get that jersey on, and
we didn't know who it was.
Pulaski Academy beating Little Rock Hall 41-7 at the half.
It's halftime?
It's halftime. You know, they throw the ball a lot. And so
this is true. Yep.
It takes them a while to play a football game.
So we're going to have a trips out to the right with Noah Hogan still at quarterback. Andrew Harris splits to the left at running back. Noah Hogan taking the time off the clock, reading the defense. He's going to take a snap. He's going to hold on to it. He's going to run up the gut, and he's going to be met by some Clarksville Panthers. And now it's going to be 4th and about 5.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th down right here, and we're just running that clock because it's mercy rule.
I'd imagine we'd send Cody Powell out to kick a field goal.
Well, I think right here they're just wanting to run it out. I mean, they're obviously going to try to score, but I don't think they're going to try to just get points. Being up 49-21 here in the 4th quarter.
So Noah Hogan still back at quarterback. Another trips out to the right. Andrew Hare, running back. Matthew Bernard, one of the receivers, along with Preston Riddle. It's going to be a run to the left side, and Noah Hogan's going to be met by a bunch of Clarksville Panthers and pushed back.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go right there.
I would have loved to see us pass it out on one of those 4 plays on the goal line there.
Yeah, you know, like I was saying a while ago, you know, points right now at the end of the game, you know, it's just a classy act to not run the score up.
And one of our own, Jeb Mathis, has entered the game.
Yes, sir. Jeb Mathis, number 50.
A few of the other men out there. Charlie Check. Trying to see if I can get a visual on some numbers. Griffin Barnett also out on the field for the Panthers.
Looks like Matthew Bernard out there.
Matthew Bernard.
Yep.
Clark Coates at outside linebacker. Andrew Hare is going to be at inside linebacker.
Andrew Williams playing defensive end there.
Andrew Williams, yes. Number 27. I don't have a 27, but I see a 27 on the D-line.
He came in when
and Peter Park also. Clarksville's going to take the ball up the middle, and Greenbrier has a lot to say about it.
Good job by our backups there to shut down that offense there, because I think they're still playing with a lot of their first string.
2 minutes, just a little over 2 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Greenbrier has a beautiful lead of 49-21 over the Clarksville Panthers, who rolled into, well, Valonia rolled into their home turf and beat them in overtime, and now they've rolled into Greenbrier, and we've showed them what we're made of.
Number 27,
in Central Arkansas.
Number 27, there's Brendan Murphy.
Brendan Murphy, number 27.
You know, before this game's over here tonight, we want to make sure we give a great shout out to American Safeguard Insurance and First Security Bank, our initial founding sponsors who have made this possible for us to get this thing rolling here in Greenbrier with the Sports Network. And, of course, we also want to thank all of our other sponsors, Ricochet Outdoors, Chef Lynn's, Vision Roofing, Stage 2 Dance Center.
A lot of great opportunities that they've provided us with.
Steak and Shake, Children's Clinic of Greenbrier and Arkansas.
Clarksville's going to go
Conway.
Go to the right here. They're going to have plenty of room, and still on his feet. He's going to hit the 40-yard line and be knocked down by one of our Panthers. I believe that's Matthew Bernard making the tackle with 50 seconds left here in the 4th quarter.
Great job to hear Matthew Bernard's name on that tackle.
His older brother, a senior just last year, phenomenal athlete for the Greenbrier Panthers.
I expect to see the same from Matthew as he gets older and grows in this Greenbrier senior high team.
And that's going to be 1st and 10 for Clarksville as the clock is winding down. Hits 40 seconds left in the 4th. A little bit of trickery. They're going to go to the right side. Plenty of room to run. He's going to take it down the field, and, he's going to be smoked.
That's probably going to be the last play of the game unless they can hurry up and get down there and run another one.
Smoked by
the clock.
Number 25, Austin Duvall.
Why are they stopping the clock?
Oh, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. They stopped it. They started it back.
I don't know. I just work here.
That's what
I tell people.
Above my pay grade.
But, yeah, much above my pay grade. They're going to run out to the left side, and there's our boy, Preston Riddle, Mr. Fourth Quarter. As Greenbrier, the clock is going to hit 0, and the score will stay there until next week. The Greenbrier Panthers have won 49-21. We're going to take a quick commercial, and we will be right back with post-game stats. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back with Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network.
At American Safeguard Insurance, you get an actual human being just down the street to get advice on the confusing world of insurance. There's no need to shop around every time your insurance company tries to raise rates. You can relax and let us do it for you. Having a choice is a big deal, and when insurance companies compete, you save money. One of the most important benefits is we actually monitor your premium for rate increases. If we notice a rate increase, we reshop your premium to ensure the best rate. And when the time comes to use your insurance, and we hope it doesn't, you have a friend to help guide you during one of the most stressful times of your life. All your needs under one roof, from vehicle to life insurance, and everything in between. We protect it all.
From setting the budget to signing the papers, we guide you through the home buying process and get you the key. Making better happen with First Security.
For the best barbecue in town, look no further than Old Bart Southern Eats. With the wide variety of meats smoked perfectly, with one-of-a-kind sides and a sauce unlike any other, you will not want to miss out. Old Bart Southern Eats is located at 79 South Broadview, next to Walmart. Open Wednesday through Friday, 5 until sold out, and Saturday and Sunday, 3 until sold out. You better get there early because it will not last long. You can find us on Facebook at Old Bart Southern Eats.
When homemade is too good to keep at home. Helping Arkansas business do business. Making better happen with First Security.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
Do you have damage to your roof from a wind or hailstorm? Vision Roofing leads the way in roof repair and installation. From the initial consultation to the last nail is in place, their customer service is exactly what you need to feel at ease. For a free inspection, call Robert Branscombe at 733-8790 or Chad Stevenson at 697-6606. At Vision Roofing, they have the vision to see you through. The Greenbrier Panther Sports Network would like to thank our...
And we're back in the beautiful city of Greenbrier, Arkansas. Our Greenbrier Panthers take a knee to say a prayer after the game, thanking the one who makes all of this possible. You know, what a great night. You know, I remember seeing everyone was doubting our Greenbrier Panthers after tough loss to Batesville.
Yeah.
Then we go on the road and we have a tough loss to Arkadelphia. Then we have a bye week, and then we have a tough loss to a good Morrilton team, and we've had players out this entire time. And Greenbrier came out tonight, and they knew it was a do-or-die situation as they entered their second conference game with a 1-3 record. And they came out, and they knew what they had to do, and they did exactly that.
That's right. That's right. Coach BJ there looking like he's fired up after that win. It's great to see him down there. He's such a big part of this program. But, yeah, you're right, Talon. I mean, you know, a lot of I'm sure a lot of I don't want to say heads hanging, but a lot of not unhappiness probably, you know, dissatisfaction from this team over what's happened over the last few weeks.
And frustration.
Mm-hmm. But to come out here tonight and play like they did, man, that's a huge statement.
It's a huge testimony to who this Greenbrier Panthers football team can be.
That's right. And when you're throwing the ball like that, and you're
controlling the run game.
That's right. You feel like you can do that every week.
Stripping the ball on defense and running it in the end zone, getting interceptions, watching where the football's going, responding well to a new formation that Clarksville doesn't go to. Whenever they switched it up and went to the spread, they had a few great plays with the spread, and then Greenbrier ends up getting a pick in the end zone, and after that, Clarksville really didn't go to the spread anymore.
That's right. And you saw some receivers really step up tonight. We saw, Carter with 2 touchdown catches, a huge bomb down here close to the field house, and then one on the other side, in the end zone across the middle. And then, of course, Thatcher caught the one over his shoulder going to the corner of kind of a fade, longer fade, and it was just a great route, great catch. And seeing Preston Riddle late in the game come in there and make some catches, just a great job by this offense.
Yeah, Masso, let's go ahead and get our player of the game from our very own Clint McJunkins.
Yeah, I got my little buddy Clint here, and he's going to tell us who the player of the game. Who is it, Clint?
Cooper Wilcox.
Cooper 8 for 9 tonight, 156 yards throwing the ball, 3 touchdown passes, and I didn't see how many yards he had on the ground, but he did a great job running the football again.
Absolutely. We talked even in the pregame about how Cooper has got to be a little bit smarter with the ball than he was last week. He had the 3 fumbles and I believe an interception last week, and he just I felt like he was a little rusty. He'd been out of a game for 3. He hadn't played a game for 3 weeks.
Yeah, he was running for his life a lot of the time, and it was late in the game. He was trying to make things happen when they were down. A lot of times when you would throw the ball away in that situation, you don't have a choice. It's do or die.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes it looks worse than it is. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, Cooper tonight, great job. Great job by his receiving core. Great job by the line giving him protection, and a great job by this Panther defense.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to wrap it up here in Greenbrier, Arkansas. The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network will bring you the volleyball game on Monday night. We'll have a little bit of new stuff as a coach's interview and possibly even a player's interview after the game. The Greenbrier Panthers win this one 49-21 in Greenbrier, Arkansas. We'll be back here next week in Greenbrier where the Panthers I don't believe I know their next opponent. Harrison. We play Harrison, a tough Harrison team, a great Harrison team they were last year, but it lost a lot of guys. I'll be interested to see what they look like this year. I'm Talon Newton alongside me, Mac McJunkins. Y'all have a blessed weekend, and we'll see y'all next week.
Till next time. The Greenbrier Southern Boutique and Salon, Chef Lynn's, Greenbrier Pharmacy, Vision Roofing, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Stage 2 Dance Center, and Steak and Shake.